So, what's up, guys?
What's up,
What's up,
fellas?
T?
Outlaw Window Cleaner Radio, episode 96, and this is just,
A walk in the park.
yeah, a walk in the park. So, hope you guys enjoy the show. Um, we'll do our best to give you a quality podcast, insult-free tonight. Is what we're shooting for.
Yeah. Know about all that.
So what's new? What you guys been up to? Has it been cold still up there? Because it's freezing
Dude,
down
it's
here.
fucking raining and cold.
It's
yes.
miserable. Is this May? Or is this
Yes.
it's like the end of February right now? It's horrible down here.
Yes, it feels like the end of February, beginning of March right now.
Yeah, it's just miserable.
I
Dude.
mean,
I'm
we've
so
had
over
like
it.
a couple 60, 70-degree days.
Right. I haven't been in the 80s
That's
at
it.
all.
And usually it's only for a few hours, and then it's fucking
Right.
back to,
It's
the
miserable.
same shit. Yeah, miserable again. So
We've got a lot of rain. It was 91 degrees yesterday, but we've been getting rain every day, like 4 or 5 inches of rain every single afternoon. Rain today, rain yesterday. I mean, it just rained every day, buckets. It's a early summer for us here so far.
Well, guys, if those of you are watching, this is
Oh yeah.
this is how you're gonna win prizes on May 26th.
Yeah.
What we'll do is you call us on Skype. You be the third caller on Skype. We'll ask you a question. You get the answer correct, I'll spin the wheel. I'm not gonna pick which prize is what. You'll pick it by my spin. So
What are the questions going to be about? Just random or?
just random. I'm thinking we should do random window cleaning and random podcast questions. So if you're not watching the podcast, you might struggle in this, but some of them will be a level playing field question. Some of them will be like, I think the screen washer and the Zero Micro 3K poll will both be podcast questions. You got to be an avid watcher of the podcast to win that prize. You know what I mean?
So they got about
Same way
2
with
weeks?
Huh?
Or they got about 2 weeks to catch up?
Yes. So, not only those, the Squeegee Life branded Aztec screen washer from Aztec Innovations. Thank you, Jared. That will be a podcast question. The Zero Micro poll will be a podcast questions. The two gross of squeegee rubber and within means. I'm going to put a limit on it. 24 inches is long a rubber you're going to be able to order from Casper for those two prizes. We're giving away 2 grosses of rubber, one to one guy and one to another guy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's that. Once the prize is off the board, the prize is off the board. We've got a Sim trad pole I'll be giving away that I've actually used, so you can sleep with it if you want to afterwards. We're giving away a decal package. We're giving away 2 tickets to the huge convention. We're giving away an Outlaw t-shirt. I'm giving away the brand new Squeegee Life t-shirt with my pairing with window cleaning history. Me and Noah Peterson joined forces on a t-shirt, and it's going to be super dope. So is the drawing on the 100th podcast? Yes, that is correct, Aunt Jackie. The drawing will be on the podcast. We're giving away some barbecue rub. We're giving away the grand prize. Listen, the grand prize is a video. All you have to do is you pick the subject matter, and Bob and Willie will do the video for you. So that's the grand prize. The grand prize winner not only gets to pick the subject matter of the Willie and Bob video, but they also get an all expenses paid trip to Willie's trailer in the trailer park. All expenses paid, and that is courtesy of Brian Brown and Universal Equipment and Rental. So you guys,
Nice.
you guys are gonna get hooked up on that one big time. So if you hit the Willie and Bob video, you're in the money, because not only do you get a super dope video with by your guidance, but you
Hey,
also
I will
get,
come to you for that video.
yeah,
I promise.
dude, we will get together and do that.
I will. I will go. If somebody wins that and hits that, I'm going to TJ. But what's the rest of the prize? Keep going with that. Sorry about that.
No, that was it. I mean, then you
Oh
get to
yeah.
stay in Wet 'n Willie's trailer. Hey, listen, Carl Robinson. All you got to do, Carl Robinson, is send me a legible address. PM me your address, and I will send you some dope ass shit. Cause I really like you, Carl. I think you're a stand up guy. But just all you got to do is shoot me your address. I'm pretty cool about shit. I'm not trying to make no money doing this shit. I'm just doing it. You know what I mean? So I'll send you a fucking t-shirt and some decals and shit. I'll send you the new t-shirt, man, just because you're fucking super awesome, Carl, and you always come on. So I think it's dope that you're always watching. When is Mark going to create an alter ego? I don't think Mark doesn't need to. I don't feel that Mark needs an alter ego. I think Mark is the antithesis of alter ego. He's that dude all the time. You know, he doesn't need to act.
Yeah, I got enough voices in my head already.
Mark is the voice, man. Mark is what do you want to say? Mark is like the fuel for a lot of fires. You know what I mean? Like the recent fire that was set in the group, that was actually Mark's picture. I just posted it. You know what I mean? Mark sent me a fucking picture in Voxer, and he's like, "I fucking dare you," and I fucking posted it because he dared me.
What's your dare?
He dared me, and I fucking did it. You know what I mean? And when Philip messaged me and said something about it, I took it down. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whatever, you know what I mean? I wasn't trying to attack the man's religion, you know what I mean? Everyone gets their chops busted, and Phillips just got his chops busted a little bit. It's not that big a deal, man. It's just not that big a deal.
No harm, no foul, man. It was a joke.
It was no harm, no foul. I fucking, dude, trust me. Philip is my main man, 50 grand. I'm gonna end up with a full Kevlar pole here soon. As soon as they come in, I'm gonna show you guys fucking probably one of the baddest poles in the fucking industry right now, and that's that Kevlar combo, that the Excalibur that Phillips got. I guarantee you that'll be the best pole on the market. I guarantee it. If Philip tightens the clamps on the fucking sections before he sends it to you, best pole on the fucking in the industry. It's fucking rad gangster. If you don't follow Mike Nichols, Big Squeegee, on Instagram, you should. He posts a lot of dope-ass pictures using that pole. And I'm telling you now, I mean, we're talking 11 sections. We're talking like over 50 fucking feet in the air, and this pole just got just a little bit of bow to it. It's fucking awesome. It's a good pole. I know it's not oval, and I know it's not, it's Phillip and Sim pole, but Phillip's got a badass pole. There's just no getting around it. When you get the trad pole if one of you lucky winners gets the trad pole, you're going to see what I'm talking about. You know, it's just a badass pole. It's a sweet ass pole. And Philip's a great dude. And if you want a sim pole, go to www.simpole.com. Which, by the way, Philip is completely, I think he's got some help. I think the fellas over in the Flow, I could be wrong, Craig, from Lakewood Window Cleaning here close to me, really good dude, has hooked, I think, Philip up with someone to fix his website. Nice. So I think, yes, so it's easier to navigate and people can find things. And I'm telling you, once the ordering thing gets down, Philip, I think what we're trying to do is get Philip out of the window cleaning field. We wanted to just go out and just like test his water fed poles. What's up, window cleaning history? What's up, Noah? I was just telling everybody about the super dope ass shirt. I'm not gonna tell you guys what's on the shirt, but it's super cool, and it's something actually we just figured out tonight and straightened it out tonight. I actually changed the design tonight, so we went another direction, kind of the same direction but a different direction, and I think it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be super sweet once you guys hear the story behind it and everything. It's fucking awesome. You guys are gonna love it. But his website looks a lot better, Pro Wash Missouri said. That's good, man. 12 sections.
So they're already working on it. They're already changing it up.
Yes, they're working on it now.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep, gonna help get his brand stand. Hey, that's cool, Kevin. That's great. That's great. I'm glad that the guys over there at Into the Flow or whatever of now they're jumping on the bandwagon, and trying to help Phil out. But I think that's great. But
Phil needs to allow them to do their thing and step back and let them do it.
Get his website fixed.
Yeah.
I'm not, but I will say this: I would like to see people get his website straight, but try out his polls. Buy one of his polls. That's what you want to support him. Buy one of his polls.
Sure.
You want to help him out. Buy one of his fucking polls and use it, because I can tell you right now, I really feel like especially I haven't used the whole Kevlar poll, so I'm not gonna make any comments on that, and I'm just going based on what I've seen as far as I think it'll be the best, because right now I can tell you this: if you buy one of his ultra high mod poles, I'm telling you right now, the 8 sections that I've got right now are straight up gangster. You guys have seen them in videos. You see how rigid that high mod pole is. That pole is gangster. It's a shame that guys aren't aware and haven't been purchasing these poles, because his high mod pole is legit. I'm not sold on the Sim 6. I don't think the Sim 6 should be an option. I think all his poles should be 8 sections. That's just my personal opinion. They should be what he's making the Excalibur was. I think they're 4'7". All his poles should be 4'7", 8 sections for the micro. Super duper awesome. You guys have seen it in videos. It's great, man. It's great. Sup, Danny DeVito. Okay, sir. I can't help it. Hey, man, you could be whatever you want to be. James, I can tell you that right now. It's up to you. You're gonna get out of me what you give. So you want smoke? I'll give you smoke if you want smoke. Just so you're aware. You know what I mean? Hey, like I said, you want smoke? I'll give it to you. But anyway, yeah, dude. I'm glad that people are, as long as it's genuine and they're really trying to help Philip out, great. You know what I mean? But like I said, more people. There's a lot of industry bullshit where dudes are like, this is the best pole, and this. I'm just going by what I see in videos and what I'm putting out on videos, and you tell me. You know what I'm saying? You tell me.
Yeah.
Look at other videos and then watch the Simpole videos that I put up. You tell me. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So you tell me. The videos don't lie. If it was a hunk of shit, I'd tell you it was a hunk of shit. You notice I didn't do no from the side view fucking shit with my Mini, right? Because that shit is all bowed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they are absolutely keep it simple with Simpole, man. That's all I gotta say. Keep it simple, man, because they're gangster. It's a badass pole. I know the Kevlar is, from what I understand, a little heavier, but like I said, Big Squeegee is in here. Follow Big Squeegee on Instagram. That's Mike Nichols. He has a full Kevlar pole, and it's pretty badass. I mean, Mike can tell you.
Yeah. T, how do you like the trad pole that Phil sent you?
I love it. I'll say this. The length bothers me, but Philip will cut it down for you. He'll give you what you. But the way it came to me in the mail, that it was just like I said, I use it in situations like in a lot of restaurants and stuff like that. I need a pole to get behind registers and fucking screens in the drive-thru. So you got those little windows that they look out of. There's always shit in the way. So it's a little tight in those areas. Now the Zero pole is perfect for that, like the old street poles. It's just, you know what I mean? It's not very big. It's like a wingspan. You know what I mean? That's what you need, is like a wingspan.
If you take 5 inches out of every section, it's going to be right where it needs to be.
I'd say 5 to 7 inches out of every section, and the fit and finish, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it away. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to fucking give it away. I already told Phil. I was like, I'll be honest with you. It's a little long, but I don't want to give it away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it goes right into the end of my my sim pole that I already have. Everything is interchangeable. You know what I mean? And it's so it's just dope. It's like I said, it's a really nice pole. I know Philip's like, I want a video of my trad pole. He keeps busting my balls about that. You know what I mean? He's busting my ass about that, and I'm like,
dope.
I want to do a video, but what I'm waiting for is my SF9. I ordered my SF9 fucking a week ago and still haven't gotten it. I don't know what's going on with that, but I ordered the Tucker pole just to give a fair and unbiased, just like, I've got all three, I can tell you. Now, I know there's a new pole by Legend come out, yeah? You showed me a picture of, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, but it's cheap. It's like $98 or something. I mean, I might be wrong about that. But again, I haven't seen any history on it. I don't know anything about Legend
Jacob
Pole.
Williams? Is that Jacob Williams? Jacob Williams, if you want. I have a plus A, a plus B, and a plus C, and the fucking, what is that thing, the Connect? I'll give that to you if you want it. It's a Reach It pole. It's all high mod. If you want it, I'll let you have it, Jacob. I'll send that shit to you. I will give that to you. Straight up G shit. I will give that to you. Don't give it away. Give the 0 to me. I will straight up legit, no bullshit, Jacob Williams. I will send you all three of those plus sections and the thing that connects them together. I'll let you. I'll hook you up. Mark, hook me up with the Connect. You don't mind me giving that to Jacob, do you?
No, you're not going to use it. Give it to someone that can use it.
Yep, I'll give you those three sections and a fucking and the Connect. You can have it. Just tell me if you want it. I'll give it to you. I've got a 0 gold pole, but I'm not giving that up.
Yeah.
I have a 3K and a 0 gold pole. So
I still have that Reach It janitorial pole that Mario's always going around. I've got one of those brand new that I outlawed squeegee lifed up that Tommy was supposed to come pick up, but he's not coming.
Dude, that's that fiberglass pile of shit.
Yeah.
I'm not ragging on you.
I don't give a fuck. I don't use
it. Lifting a house.
Yeah, I want to keep the...
Have you ever seen me with a water-fed bowl?
No.
I want to keep the 0 gold pole and fucking do some side-by-sides with my 8 sections of sim pole. You know what I mean? Just show everybody kind of some comparisons. Do some side-by-sides with my mini. You know what I mean? I want to do some side-by-sides with it. I'd like to get up to meet Craig sometime when it gets nicer out and maybe throw these poles up against some Tucker poles because he's got all the Tucker poles. I can't say that enough, man. If you guys were that's a real positive energy group over there, Into the Flow. It's a pretty nice group. It's a pretty nice group. It's not bad. And Craig is an awesome dude. Kevin Hargis is over there. That's the guy I met at McDonald's who bought chicken nuggets. He's a fucking awesome guy too. So, yeah, straight up, Jacob, if you want that, I will hook you up with those 3 sections of the Reach It gear and the Connect, and you can have it, man. I'll hook you up, dog. I'll tell you what, all you got to do is pay for the shipping. You pay for the shipping, and I'll mail it to you if you pay for the shipping. It's not going to be heavy. I'll throw it all in one box and fucking send it to you, Jacob, if you want it.
Oh, shit, if he's paying for it, throw a brick in there, too.
A little extra packing.
Kevin, I think that's an awesome idea. I'm just not going to have anything to do with setting this up because I'm the worst fucking dude in window cleaning. So what I'm trying to do is fucking just do my thing and do a podcast and try not to ruffle too many feathers. But I'm cool in the gang. You know what I mean? I'm content. I think the podcast is great. Sorry some people don't feel that way. You know what I mean? Which they voiced their opinion the last time.
I'm afraid to make a joke in case I'm disrespecting anybody. Am I disrespecting you, Tanner?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Rob Peloso, you don't have all the plus sections? Yeah, they're just all the plus sections are just sitting in my fucking they're just sitting in here. I'll have to look for the Connect. It's in the vault behind you. That's a bunch. That's completely full to the top of fucking window cleaning shit. So, Chris Lambernides and Alex Lambernides of windowcleaner.com sent me the 2 0 poles. Like in 2 fucking days. I'd get up and get
Wow.
them, but 2 days. So I've got a 0 micro 3K I'm giving away. You know,
Is that the same as the trad pole?
uh,
I think it is. I think he said it's the top 3 sections of the micro.
it could be. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I'm not sure. All I know is that 0 trad pole is gangster.
Yeah, it
Gangster
is.
as shit. How many plus sections do you have, Mark?
I have 2 C's, 2 B's, and 1 A. And I have three pro, a procision, a pro, 2 pros, a procision, and 2 minis.
I would prefer to go to Craig, Kevin, because Craig's got bigger buildings around where he lives. But please continue, Mark.
No, honestly, I've never used any of the sections, the plus A, B, or C yet.
I've used all 3 sections stretched out, and it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a fucking
I
nightmare.
know.
It would be.
I know,
It would be a badass pole. But then it's just high mod. It's just a high mod MIDI is essentially what that is. When you use the connect with those 3 sections, you're gonna have yourself like a mini, right? I think it's the same height as a mini, is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I know this. I've got
Or close to it.
next month coming up. I'm going on my second cleaning of that hospital job, and I need 65 feet of pole, so I don't have to. I'm going to try not to bring my lift to this job this time because it's such a pain in the butt with the where you go is where the bus drops off.
Did you get a good trad cleaning on it first? The first cleaning you busted
I
out,
did it all by hand.
You're gonna try to see if you can knock it out with water fed poles.
And at that point is when I'm gonna stretch that precision out with everything I got to see if I can do it. And if it is honestly a wet noodle like I think it's gonna be, all that shit is bought and paid for. I probably nut up and buy myself a Phil special, and that doesn't mean send me a bill, Phil. Don't send me the pole, okay? But I would be interested in a 72, okay? I don't, that the pole costs half of what I get for this job, so that's the issue I have. It really does. I get $8,000 and the pole's $4,000.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I don't know if you need fucking 72 feet though, do you?
Well, it measures. I have a digital, one of those lasers, and it measures 65 from the ground to the peak, and then you got to stand off 10 feet, so it's close to 72, 70, I mean, and if that, what I have now is a no-go, which is what I've been gearing up over the last few months. Obviously, things have changed, but it's all here, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was almost looking at it, and I was going to ask you, T. I like the way Phil's poles stretch up from the bottom. I have 2 C sections. Why not just stack up C's at that point? You know what I'm saying? Because you could put multiple C's on the bottom.
He said, "Okay, Sim 73, 2775." He's gonna hook you up, bro. He's talking. I think. Listen, Philip. I think what Mark is trying to say is if he uses this pole on this job coming up and he's not happy with it, he'll get a hold of you, and he most likely he would like to try a Kevlar pole. Hello, Tammy Biodwin. I don't know that may or may not be Aunt Tammy.
Hi, Tammy. Hey, is Tammy gonna play for me? I think we should allow Aunt Tammy to try to answer a question, and if she wins, I get the shit. No, not me personally. She's got a big boyfriend, but I want a prize.
No, Uncle Dennis isn't huge. He's just a regular old guy.
Okay, but I want a prize. I want a prize.
He's still bigger than you, though. Oh, you want her to play in your stead, so if she wins, she'll send the shit to you.
Yeah.
I think if somebody wants to rig it like that, I'm not against it.
The internet will blow up.
If someone wants to play for me, I'm okay with that. I wouldn't mind that, what do you want to call it? Oh, man. That screen washer, that'd be kind of cool.
That would be awesome.
Save money, get the 9 through 12 from TJ. What are you talking about, man? Now you're giving my fucking pole away. Philip, like I said, man, that's the shit you got to deal with this guy.
Yeah. So
I got to put that
TJ,
shit, all of it
let's
back in
let's
the
let's
trad
reiterate.
pole,
Let's
all
reiterate.
12 sections of that
Dude.
fucking pole
Nope.
in the fucking
Yeah.
goddamn, and give it right and hopefully a rocket launcher right up his fucking ass.
Dude, when you're like, that was like that Perry Tate shit. When you're
Yeah,
like
dude.
tied into him like that, and
It's
he's
just
in your
too much,
fucking
man.
messenger
It's too
50
fucking
times a
much.
day, and he's nope.
Insert 2, 7, and 8 sections rather than 9 through 12. The new Tucker trad is pretty dope. Yeah, from what I understand, it is a nice pole. I'm not too keen on the end, but I'll see. I'm not gonna pass any judgment until I try it out.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, I like
just wanna-
colors.
I want to avoid any more of that shit with that dude tonight.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus
Ugh.
Christ, man. Like,
Can't do
you have a
that.
conversation with the dude, you try to smooth it all over, and then he gets on here and says shit like that. It's just,
You should have heard my wedding vows.
I don't even know why the fuck I even bother.
25 minutes.
Honestly, I don't even know why I bother.
No, Tim don't need water-fed poles.
Yeah, but I personally think all trad, they're you're not, like I said, you're not cracking the code here with the, this trad pole's way better. Listen, Zero put out the pole that we asked for. Well, I don't know what else you guys want. I don't,
Right.
Yeah.
Sean made one
It's,
9 foot. What is it? How was it? 9 foot long. They made one 12 foot long. Philip made one 40 feet long. You know what I mean? It
Right. Like that's almost that Zero pole's almost got me wanting to change my company colors. It's that nice.
Yeah, it's dope, man.
It is, and with the red tip and all. Forget about it.
No, I'm
know?
not talking about you, James. I'm talking about Philip. Yeah, Philip, I can't, You can buy 9 through 12 from TJ. Well, I guess apparently my fucking Kevlar sections and my sim pole are up for sale. So hit Philip up in his mailbox, pay for the pole, and I'll ship it to you so you can do this shit and you can deal with Philip. Because I am now done. The tip on the Tucker's a little bummer. Yeah, dude, I'm not really cool with the permanently affixed cone on the end. I'm just not into that. What's
I'm
up,
just
Ryan
an
King?
tip guy. That's what I was happy about. They fixed the adapter issue and it doesn't come loose anymore, and it's just perfect.
Manny made a 22-foot pole. Cool.
I wouldn't mind a 30-foot.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to that under. I have my under 30.
Even though I don't want to talk about Philip and his fucking sim pole because he's probably gonna sell it out from underneath me. That's why I'm glad I nutted up and I'm just gonna keep that Zero pole because I'm fucking Philip.
Yeah.
I tell you, man, Jesus Christ. That simple. I've been using that for trad work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
whoever is lucky enough to buy this pole from Philip, just hit Philip up in his inbox, and he'll tell you how much, and then Philip can send me your address, and I'll ship it to you. It's you're gonna have to get end caps for it because all the end caps are stuck in the pole. But anyways, yeah, how you like that? I'll give you a little jab. You fuck you.
You fuck you.
The picture's coming back, Phil.
It's pretty nice for trad work. I gotta tell you that rather than opposed to using like an aluminum pole, my Unger, fuck, I'm getting ready to take that to the scrapyard. I gotta have to buy fucking plus sections for my Zero Gold pole, but outside of that, it's pretty gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like when you get a new pair of sneakers, you got to kind of break them in. Well, I've been using that X0 trad pole so long that even though something might be very comparable, it's going to be different to use it.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that thing, it's badass, man. I just love the hell out of it.
I can tell you this
Badass.
right now. The sim pole trad pole that's also that's going away too. That is got similar clamps. The SF9's got north-south clamps on them. They go up and down.
Okay.
And like I said, it's a completely different look on it.
Right.
The dealio. I could tell you now. I seen some guy give a review on the on Facebook about the trad pole, and he said that his clamps slip all constantly. Like the clamps are no good
On which one?
on the zero trad pole. He says they're
Mine's
coming
never
loose
slipped
from the
at all.
body of the
Yeah,
pole.
mine
And I'm
doesn't
going to say neither is mine.
Yeah.
Maybe we got,
Never.
maybe we will fucking, maybe we got just we got 3 lucky ones again. I don't know.
I think I adjusted it. I adjusted it one time. I adjusted it one time because one pole was rotating, and I've never touched it since.
Right, me
Yeah.
either.
You know. Yeah.
Mine came tight, so I haven't done anything to it yet.
Yeah, I will say
I
that.
replaced the ends when the new one came in.
Right. Well, I will say this. We were, we knew when. I mean, that was a lot of the feedback on the podcast when we started talking about a carbon fiber trad pole was like the expense of it, but.
Right.
Once you get to using it, you're like, man, it just makes shit
Dude.
easier. It's just rigid as fuck. It
Never
just
thought
makes
it'd be
cleaner-
this good.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
thought
I
it'd
didn't.
be this
Yeah,
good.
yeah. When I use it, and Phillips pole and the zero pole, both of them, it just makes it easier. Like Phillips
Right.
Sim 6, it's been really windy here, like super windy here, and it's been kind of rough to get on a fucking ladder because I do a lot of houses. Like you guys have seen, the lake is fucking. The ladder could fall over into the lake. That's how close they are, and the wind is gnarly as shit. So, and I'm fat, so that's like fucking standing a blow pop up on its end and seeing if it's not gonna blow down. You know what I mean? So, I've been using that Sim 6 as a trad pole, and fucking dude, just it's so much. You get smooth, clean swipes. There's no down the window.
Yeah,
you don't have to bow it out to get it to fucking.
Right.
It's just legit. All of your force is being used properly. So I tried to tell Perry Taint for fucking how long did we talk to him about this? Like, dude, you need to come out with a fucking high mod fucking trad pole.
Sorbo
He's like,
talked.
there's
Sorbo
no.
himself talked to him about this.
Yeah,
last year.
there's no need for that. Just use the. No, listen, your fucking mini ain't gonna work, my man.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not gonna work. It's too flimsy. You need a high modulus fucking carbon fiber pole. You know what I mean? That's what you need.
He's
and
too late in the game now.
Yeah,
He
it's
can't get
way
in
too.
this game now.
Yeah. Anything
Yeah.
he does now is I'm gonna fucking mock anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Dude, I'm gonna switch it up. You ever watch or seen any of the videos? I'm sure you've seen them on TV of these machines that have these big metal rollers, and you could throw like a washer and dryer in there, and it just sucks it through, and it comes out in little bits.
Yeah.
We need one of those because I could watch that fucking thing forever.
Need one of those.
Dude, throw all my reach it gear in there.
You're talking about that metal fucking grindy
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. I was watching a small one on a video. It was like big enough for like you could put a large TV in it. It wasn't one of those monster ones that you could put a house in at the same time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know why I'm watching this, but it's just so.
Good.
They throw a basketball in there, it shreds up a basketball. I mean, I'd love to just.
The ones with the propane tanks get me.
Oh yeah, the propane
Yeah.
tanks are cool when they go
Right.
off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, dude, it's completely. Like I said, I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, man, they're gonna have to make these things fucking super cheap because nobody's gonna want to pay $200 for a trad pole.
Yeah.
And nobody thought anybody pay $100 for a bucket on a belt either. Well, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
But I can tell
I
you
think
this.
I think 200 is the cap on after beyond that it's just not that much better to make it worth that much money.
Right.
You know,
Well,
now when I started washing windows, you know the green Unger poles you use with the green clamps on it, that's what we had. The
Right.
Garlac was not. I'm not saying they weren't in business, but they weren't as accustomed to window cleaning. And I used to buy those poles that you had for $14. Now they're like $40. So if you're I would spend 200 on a trad pole, but I think that is the max. If it starts going up above that, it's just not worth it. You know, I mean, it's not. It's
Well,
just not that much better than something else.
I no. Let's wait. I'm gonna address this right now before this goes any further. You guys loved your Reach It shit. Other than hating him, what changed or did you learn? I didn't learn anything. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I have nothing. And I've said this throughout this entire thing with Perry. I have no problem with his pole. None. I mean, is there a bet? I mean, of course, a regular carbon fiber pole. There's going to be a difference between a regular carbon fiber pole and a high mod carbon fiber pole. You know what I mean? He's got high mod carbon fiber poles too. in the
Now you're
tactical
starting to
and the
get.
warrior
Now you're
and all
starting
that
to get
shit.
out there and feel some other ones though too. Now.
Well,
You know?
yeah, but I've also used other fucking carbon fiber
Sure.
poles. The
Sure.
Sim pole is my first high mod pole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's that. It's not. I still have my original mini. I could still use that right now to this day if I wanted
Well,
to.
we know
but I
that's not
choose
going
to.
anywhere. You
Yeah,
know.
but yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was my grandmother bought me that, so I'm not gonna get
Right.
rid of that. But I'll give that dude those fucking sections if he wants them. He can have them. Cause I don't give a fuck. And Philip can fucking send a fucking label for
James,
all of his shit, and I'll send it back to him tomorrow. That's
James,
how much. That's how little I give
why
a
we
fuck.
have an issue with that person in this issue is not anything to do with well, it is the gunslinger product because he shit on it and tried to throw us under the bus.
He fucked
But
that
it was
gunslinger
all
up.
about what he did to a window cleaner.
Yeah, it's what
A
he did to
window cleaner.
Richie.
Right.
Yeah. So, with
Yeah.
unbeknownst to us, you know what I mean?
Right. As soon as we found that out, it was over. You know, he was throwing us under the bus, and we find that out. Toast.
I've got a Sim high mod right now. I have all 8 sections, and the 9 through 12 that are all of that is up for sale. Just contact Phil. I really like the Simpole, the high modulus Simpole. The 8 sections is fucking awesome. It's an awesome pole, but you know,
I wish you
live,
could
learn.
keep it.
So I really like that. I really like the idea of Perry's window weapon. I like the idea of it. It's a good idea. I just think it's just like the gunslinger, just not pulled off properly.
It's
You know,
it's not even under engineered. It's the materials that it's put together with is the issue.
right. If anything,
You know, and like TJ said, look, the
overthought.
poles. I don't have a lot to compare it to. I owned a Gardner. The one I had, I preferred the Reach. It was much more rigid than the Gardner. I've yet to use I've used a Tucker, and I found it to be equal to the Reach It as far as its rigidity not on a high mod. Okay, neither one was high mod. Okay. So the poles are good. It's everything else that goes with it that, you know, missed the mark. You know, the constructor brush, it's cool if you want to work on something all day. I choose to plug my equipment in and make a money with it. I don't want to be on the side of the road.
About his clamps need a lot of work.
Yeah.
After trying Phillips clamps out, you know, his shit needs a lot of work. You know, Phillips shit is legit. It works. His clamps are solid as fuck. I adjust them to where they hold, and I haven't had to readjust them since.
Right.
The only thing I don't like about Phillips Simpole are the end caps. That's the only thing I don't like. But other than that, he's remedied that situation. He's got new end caps from what I gather, they're really awesome. So, other than that, it's just, you know, what else can you say? The clamps are awesome. You can't even, like, if you don't fully open the clamp, like if you just open it halfway, it's still stuck. That's how good those clamps are. They're good fucking clamps. They're really good fucking clamps. I seen some guy busting Phillips' chops about that Richard Everingham dude busting his chops about how the OV8 pole is just, and the clamps are just, I mean, you could throw fucking anything on that OV8 pole. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucking oblong, of course. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
you know.
I just don't know. You have to get used to.
Of course, it's not going to spin.
But you have to get used to holding on to that because it's a totally different, obviously
totally
a different shape. You know.
Yeah, the Dream Chasing podcast double since word got out of the giveaway. Fake viewer motherfuckers. See, that we're gonna even the playing field with that shit, though. You know what I mean? We're gonna even the playing field with that shit. So.
Yeah, if you want to win, you got to answer a question that could very well be
call in. You got to have
related.
Skype. You got to have Skype. You got to have out. You got to call Outlaw T Squeegee. You got to call in. You got to be the third caller, and you got to answer a question, and then. You get the fucking spin Wet and Willie's Wheel of Wonder.
Yep.
I might change the name to Wet and Willie's Wheel of Prizes. I haven't decided yet. It's going to be one of the two.
What'd you win? Squeegee Life T-shirt.
Yeah, Squeegee Life T-shirt, the new one. You guys, that's gonna be also. I think that T-shirt might do very well. I could be wrong, but I think it might do very well, and hopefully, hopefully,
I'm getting
people,
out. This T-shirt game sucks.
I don't make no monies.
Nothing.
You don't make
I
no
go in
money
the hole
selling
every month.
T-shirts.
Every month, go in the hole with that website.
Yeah, it's not good.
No.
I do the T-shirts just because it's something cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Me and Mark, if just so everyone knows and it's out here publicly, Mark Tanner, technically, that's his shit. Squeegee Life is Mark Tanner's leased through T Squeegee. I asked permission because there's a shirt here from 1986 with fucking Squeegee Life on the fucking sleeve. I was like, dude, you got to let me do something with that. He's like, yeah, man, as long as I get some gear, I don't give a shit. So there you go. You know what I mean? That's all Mark Tanner.
I'm not a marketing guy. I like shit that looks cool, and you guys always come up with cool looking shit. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to wear your stuff and show it off. Dude, I mean, I got a shit ton of compliments on the free Richie Blue shirt. People actually look at the front and smile. Because here in Florida, everything we have salt life, fishing life, all these lives. And if I wear that Richie Blue shirt, I get at least one or two comments.
You're representing,
people are
and
like,
it's a cool ass design too.
They'll read
like
both sides because they'll go, "Hey, man, that's pretty cool. I've never heard of Squeegee Life." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a brand." And then they'll read the back and they'll go, "Oh, who's Richie B?" You know. And then I explain to them, "See this piece of equipment?
Yeah, we got to take that off the pod. We might fucking make somebody mad. Whatever you say, don't say anything disparaging.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Whatever
I
you
look
do,
at
don't
it like
crack
this.
any jokes.
Listen. And Richie Blue knows how much we care about him because 50% of all the shit that's gone on here has been us backing him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that said, if anyone can throw shade at Richie Blue, it's one of the three of us. And trust me when I tell you, he sits
gives it
there
right
with
back.
a smile.
And
Yeah.
he gives it
Oh,
right
yeah.
back.
He's looking for it.
Right back.
I didn't even know I did anything wrong until I got told I did something wrong.
I don't get it,
Shit.
man. I don't understand any of it. I don't understand.
Woo.
Just none of the comments that were made on the last podcast, the shit that was said after the last podcast, I don't understand how
I wasn't on the
everyone
last
decided to
podcast.
turn into fucking being liberal all of a sudden.
Yeah. You ain't no liberal.
But anyways, it doesn't matter. The main thing is that the people that watch the show enjoy the show, and if they're not enjoying the show, then I guess we just got to watch what we say, and you know what I mean? Keep in mind that some people are emotional, you know?
Yep.
And Van Hagar was the best. So,
Van
I mean,
Hagar
that's all
was the
there is
best.
to it.
Yeah, Van Hagar was the best. We'll just have to agree to disagree.
I've been on YouTube listening
Nothing.
everything.
Listen, I don't know. What's shitty is I got to give a disclaimer again. Listen, nothing we say on this fucking. If you are taking any of this seriously, unless you're Perry Tate,
right,
then you got a problem.
Right.
All we're doing is having fun.
If we review, we
that's
like
what this is about. This isn't This isn't Jersey Nation.
No.
This ain't WCR Nation. This is not Jersey's podcast.
Nope.
Straight up. We don't handle shit like that. We don't do shit like that. That's a great podcast. Jersey's a great fucking guy. I'm glad to be able to call Jersey my friend. But what I'm saying is if that's the kind of podcast you're looking for, then that's the podcast you should go watch. Because this podcast is about farting dick jokes. And anything that we say you take too seriously, that's your problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not our problem. Don't bring it to my table. If you fucking feel like something rubs you the wrong way, or you don't like the way something came off, then what you need to do is reach out to me privately. Don't get on the internet and start talking shit.
There's a reason that Outlaws at 1,200 only 1,200 members in the time we've been here. It's because we're different than everybody else.
Yes.
We're
not trying to be. We're not trying to be into the flow. We're
Right.
not trying to be flomies. We're not trying to be pro window cleaning. We're just
window
we got
cleaners.
our own thing.
Right.
And those two groups are great. There's no reason why all these groups cannot coexist. You know what I mean?
Go to Trad Band's group. I mean,
I'm good on that.
It's damn near Christian there.
I'm good on that. But what I'm saying, that's exactly what I'm good on.
I mean, this whole community is a lot Jehovah's Witness, and there is a lot of religious people that aren't going to dig what we do. you know. But
Right.
we're here for the guys that do what we do and are like us, and that, you know,
Yeah.
that's how I grew up in window cleaning, just this way, talking this way, you know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
dude, this podcast was supposed to be four guys, bullshitting like they do
Right,
at work,
right,
busting each other's balls.
right.
Yeah.
Now
I
you
You know what
guys
I
don't.
mean?
want us to
Having a good
reel it
time.
in.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Poking fun of each other.
Dude, we
Know what I'm
have reeled
saying?
it in since the first 20. If you go back and listen to the first 25 podcasts, come on.
Yeah, dude.
Come
Woo!
on.
Woo! If you think it's bad now, if you can't stop it, now go listen to the first 20
Yeah, we
the
reeled
first
it in.
20 episodes in with your headphones in because it's not family friendly.
Right,
Yeah, I think it's tamed down a
way
lot.
bad. It's super bad. Super bad.
Yeah.
right.
And there's nothing wrong with any of these groups. I mean, the JWs, the Jehovah Witnesses guys.
I got trained by Jehovah's
Yeah,
Witnesses.
Tim. Yeah, we've had plenty of JWs on the podcast. Phillips JW.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, look,
I
no
respect
disrespect.
I respect
No
the Jehovah's
disrespect.
Witnesses and what they do for the window cleaning,
Yeah.
and I fight for that because
Yeah.
they need a huge thing. Or I mean, they're a huge part of my area. I don't know about down in Florida.
Well,
Mark.
they're a huge part
No.
of the window cleaning industry in
Right.
general. I mean, and
Right.
cleaning
Right.
industry in general.
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just that, that's the power
Right.
washers and window cleaners and fucking restoration damage specialists, carpet cleaners. That's a large segment of that community. I'm not
Nothing but mad
saying
respect.
things. When you get on and say that I'm disrespecting somebody's fucking religion, man, that's fucking bullshit. That's not what I'm doing. Don't say that kind of shit, man. You know?
Right.
You know who you
Right.
are. I mean, come on, man. I'm not trying to, man. That was just like, man, dude, wow, really? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You don't
That's
see me on there.
insensitive.
I'm not talking no shit about nobody's religion.
Right.
You know?
Right.
There was
Believe
no,
whatever
there,
you
there
want
was
to
no
about
comment. Listen, there was
Right.
Philip. There was no comment made. I posted that meme of your head with that T-shirt on it says "I fuck on the first date." Apparently, that was an attack or disrespecting your
Hey,
belief
so-
system,
Hey,
which
we're
I
kind of
don't
Let's
understand.
talk religion. Let's talk religion real quick because there was this article I just shared where
Okay.
scientists are starting to think that the universe is almost like a conscience. Have you seen this?
Dream chasing. Why you going hard in the paint? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tim.
What did I miss? No, I just said that there was an article I shared on Facebook about scientists now saying that the universe has a conscience. What did I miss?
What do you mean, dude?
That
Of course, the
that-
universe has a conscience. The whole whether people want to admit it or not, we are all connected.
Right.
We are like one giant living organism, the human race. People don't realize that, but we are. We're all connected in some kind of way. It's
Well,
some
and then-
kind of third, sixth sense or some kind of weird shit.
I
like
went
that.
off on this weird YouTube rabbit hole this
Oh,
weekend.
you can't do that, Tim. You
Yeah,
can't go
dude.
down the
I
YouTube
did.
rabbit hole, dude. You
So now
cannot do that.
I did. I got on Joe Rogan. I got on
Oh
DMT.
no!
So,
You wake up in the middle of the night like you were programmed by aliens and shit.
like now I'm sitting there going, oh my god! Now you start listening about DMT, really researching that on YouTube and shit like that, and then everything's got DMT in it, and then our body produces it, and then when you die, it releases it, and that's what a lot of the near-death experiences and shit. It's crazy when you get into this, but I don't know. It just confuses more. It confuses, especially if you're looking for religion. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man, and my family is fucking Southern Baptist. You know what I mean?
Right.
And shit like
I
that. My
grew up in
children were
church.
baptized Lutherans. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right. People of faith, people that have that faith, I know you're not supposed to be jealous of people, but I am jealous because I can't grasp it. I can't get it.
Why are people fighting in the fucking chat, man? Why can't we all just get along, man?
What are they
Fucking
fighting
the
about?
backfoot boys are always causing fucking static, man. Always, man. Dream chasing went so hard in the paint on that dude. Why you gotta go so hard in the paint, dog? This dude's got Bon
What did I
Jovi albums
miss?
and shit.
Oh, bro, this is shit I got out for the Bob shit. So
I
you
was,
already know where it's going.
if I was the,
You already know where this shit's going. Dude.
Listen, if I tell you what, if I was to get into religion, I would check out fucking the Rosicrucians.
Hiroshimas or
No, Rosicrucians.
Where are those?
I don't know. You just read up on it. I'm not gonna. I don't want people to get weirded out. Mark just tooted and he smiled. Did you fart, Mark?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I smile every
farted.
time I fart.
I mean, if death is just our conscious going back into the universe as a I mean, dude, I'm telling you, it was a rabbit hole. It was a bad rabbit hole.
Glass Realms would like to know, Tim. Would you still consider yourself a Christian? Just curious.
Yeah. I have faith in a higher power, and I have faith. I go to church, and I do.
You know
I don't go to
believe
church.
the flying
I go to
spaghetti
Bible
monster.
study.
This religion talk is for the fucking birds. I can tell you that.
You
Right now. Thanks for.
gotta get into it.
This
every
is
once
the
in a while.
Jesus moment with fucking Tim Huber.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And guess what?
fucking
That
peace,
moment
man.
just ended. Let's move on.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. I'm still grasping. I'm looking still.
I'm too busy fucking watching these dudes fucking arguing the fucking.
I'm missing it. Ooh, Jacob even came out his real profile. What did I miss?
Religion has been described as the opium of the masses. Jacob Williams has got to get on and do a thumbs down on his original page and his other page every time. That's what he does. He's the one
That's
that gives
Jacob,
the thumbs
man?
down. Yeah, he does that. I know he does. He's a little fucking twat like that. But I'm gonna send that fucking half a fucking retard a fucking simple, or not a simple, those plus A sections. I might just send it to Rob Peloso. I like him better. Is Bigfoot a Christian? I worship at the altar of Bigfoot. You know, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I worship at the altar of Bigfoot. Yeah, you know, Aunt Tammy's not gonna want to fucking play for you.
She's got to win for me.
You got fucking dip on your lip and shit. This guy's he's farting so hard he's blowing dip out of his.
I'm pushing. Dude, yesterday we went to Busch Gardens, right? Lived in Florida my whole life.
Yeah.
Never been to Busch Gardens. So we went there, and it's basically roller coasters. There's like 7 or 8, 9 roller coasters there, so it's more of an adult theme park compared to like a Disney. Right. Anyway, they got some wild stuff. I sent you some videos. So I finally get my younger one talked into going on this roller coaster, and you know how the line zigzag, so you think it's not really long. We're standing there in this corner. It's hot. The fans, there's fans out there, but it's warm. And all of a sudden, I'm like, holy shit, something stinks. And I look at JT, and he's smiling, right? So I'm like, dude, come on, man. Are you nervous about this or something? No, I'm fine. It was that protein bar, right? So, dude, all of a sudden I look over and there's this Latin woman and she's fanning her face like this. I started laughing. I started pointing to him like this. And she goes, oh, my God, what is that? So she ended up going ahead of us because she had the Fast Pass thing.
Yeah.
So I saw her. Like, when you get through, the Fast Pass goes first. And I saw her. She moved into that area real quick. And I go, hey, JT, go over there and stand by her. Go drop some Aztec to her.
Go ahead, guys.
Long story.
Power Wash Plus, if you could have only one ladder to do trad work, what would you carry on your truck?
Section ladders.
I do. I carry a 22-foot gorilla ladder because I like those little giant things. It's just convenient and residential. You know what I mean? So, and I have my extensions.
Yeah, I'm a extension ladder fan.
Yeah. Hello.
Stinks so bad.
Ooh.
Tim got caught smoking in the orifice.
Oh, busted. Come on. Cuff him in the head.
The religion.
I'll save it for another time. We'll do it another time.
Well, listen. I think organized religion is a way to control the masses, and that's exactly what it does. It causes war and destruction and fucking pain and hunger all across the world. That's
that is true.
Does. And it's here to control us. It doesn't work like it used to, so they figured out new ways to control us. And that's the debt culture, because they knew religion was going to fucking take a shit eventually, because people are going to stay woke. You know what I mean? I think
Pope's going
the
crazy.
Bible and all that stuff is a good structure that gives you good values in which to learn and live and walk through life. It's a good way to structure your life. I believe that.
I think the
I
Bible is
believe
more
that there
true
is
than
a
a lot
higher
of
power,
history.
but I think it's not the giant guy in the sky with a magnifying glass burning us like ants. I don't believe that God is an angry kid with a magnifying glass.
I think when I
Yeah.
get to heaven, God's going to be George Carlin. Just that's what it's going to be. It's
George
going to be
Carlin is brilliant.
Yeah,
right.
he's
It'll
funny.
be George Carlin when I get there, and that's what it'll be. I mean, God is we were created in God's image, so He could be anyone and anything. You know, as far as that goes. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see. We all get to see. You know, that's the end game. We all get to go and try it out once.
Yeah.
You know.
That's something we all have in common. I'm going to be here so long.
Right. So might as well enjoy yourself when you're going around the big circle. Especially, have you been to Busch Gardens in Virginia yet?
I am.
Me, I haven't hardly been out of the state, so
Oh no, it's a nice little park too.
yeah.
Yeah, it's decent. It's there by what's that, Williamsburg, right there as you're going into Virginia Beach. So we've been there a couple times as we go into Virginia Beach. I think we're going back to Virginia Beach again this year.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just I like the resort areas more than I like, you know. Plus, you get to see the ships when you're there.
Graham Hancock, I don't know if he blows somebody's mind, but Graham Hancock will the books that I've read all of his books. I actually just bought his most recent book. And
What is Graham Hancock? What's his book? What was something he wrote?
Fingerprints of the Fingerprints of the Gods, Underworld. There's a couple of more. Supernatural. There's a bunch of books that he's written. It's all about man's pretty much forgotten history. Like, I don't know if you know John Anthony West or not, but he says that, like he shows, like John Anthony West shows that the erosion on the Sphinx is not from sand, it's from water. And there's
Is that guy who was on Joe Rogan?
Yeah, there's none of the.
Oh,
Yeah,
that dude was
well,
awesome.
Graham Hancock was the English dude with the fucking the glasses on there. He's been on there a couple
Yeah.
And he kind of shows. He goes to the coastlines all over the world, and there's There's like fucking huge megalithic structures under the water and shit, like
Right.
Göbekli Tepe and Turkey and all that fuck. There's signs that humans have been around way longer than science previously thought. That we've been here a lot longer, and there was signs of a civilization bigger than ours, or just as advanced
equal
as
technology.
ours. But not the same kind.
Right. But that's where that blows your mind right there. That blows your mind. You know what I mean? Think about that.
Yeah.
That is the crazy stuff. And then they have where they can almost prove like a nuclear war, Holocaust type deal over there.
Well, I don't know if it's
something
that,
like
but
that.
Like an explosion that was big enough to cause nuclear glass is essentially.
Right.
There's a layer of sediment on the Earth that's like almost like glass, like nuclear glass, like a huge explosion, which could easily be a meteor impact. I think that could cause the same kind of destruction.
But with this will be a real quick one. But even with the debate of the Bible, like people say, well, it was 30 to 100 years written past the time that Jesus was on Earth. But when we need to go back and they look at Caesar and they look at Alexander the Great and Constantine. Some of these guys weren't written about until 500 and 600 years after they were dead. You get what I'm saying? Plus, you got the Dead Sea Scrolls that they had and all that stuff that kind of interacted with the Bible. So, I mean, there's just more truths to it than there probably aren't. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but it's also in what you believe, Tim.
No. And that's what it is. It's faith.
Yeah.
And it's finding that faith.
Yeah.
And that's just the journey I'm on now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, DMT.
Yeah.
That's it. Have you ever done this? And
No.
I know I'm not. So I'm not. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff in my life, but that is not something I've ever done. You know what I mean?
from what I understand, it's next level.
That's what I'm hearing.
It's next
But
level. Like you go talk to aliens and shit.
like,
Like you want to see the
like,
aliens do some DMT, and it only lasts like what 20 minutes tops.
right, right. Well, they
And
say
then,
it's
like you
like
go see aliens and shit, dude.
Oh,
I went down that. I'm telling you, this is the rabbit hole. It's a fun rabbit hole because you really get some knowledge of that stuff. You know what I mean? It's really cool, and it makes you think a lot. And I'm still going through it. I'll probably, after I get off here tonight, I'll probably still finish up in that rabbit hole. You know?
Yeah, well, I think that's human nature for people to want to know those type of things and question. You should question everything.
Right. Well, especially if you're
question
looking and you're trying to gain, you know, and I've been looking, searching for years. You know, I'm not there. I was raised in church. I don't agree with what I was raised in a lot of times.
Right. Yeah, there's
You know?
there's a lot of really fucked up shit that has to do with all of that if you think about it.
Right.
I mean, just
Right.
look at the Catholic Church and all that
It's a
scandal there.
mess.
You know what I'm saying?
Still a
that's a crazy ass fucking shit that
Pope's
has
going,
gone on.
Pope's going off the deep end, changing the laws of God. No, it's like you can't do that in this kind of society. You know, you just
Well, I
it's
think
not like the
society
old.
as a whole has a fucking sickness, just as a whole.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
We
You know,
are,
this is different. This is different than our parents or our grandparents grew up, where their generations had maybe a little bit of advancement. In 20 years, we've had more advancement than
Yeah.
you know, the previous human.
yeah. Well,
Like,
that's what's causing
goodbye.
us everything to implode.
Right.
We
It
are
is
glorified cavemen
much knowledge.
with great weapons. That's all we are.
And
As a
right,
society, as people, as values and morals, we're imploding as we
Right.
speak. Social media, everything on the internet,
Mhm.
it's imploding us as
well, everybody
people.
has a platform now. Everybody, from the
Yep.
person
And this
that
is only going to get worse.
and everybody knows some people that they like. We were in a restaurant tonight. We were in a little small area, and I mean, it's Mother's Day. It's the busiest day in restaurants, and you got one lady sitting there talking to her kids, making sure we all know play by play what's going on with their kids.
Yeah.
We're in 45-minute, wait, and I'm hangry,
See
and
you
I don't
later,
want to
Carl.
hear.
Send me your seriously. Send me your mailing address, Carl. Seriously, dude. I want you to do that, please.
But that's what these platforms have created. Those attention seekers. Everybody gets attention now. You
Yep.
know.
Yep.
And then we cave to the lowest of the minorities of everything that we do. You know.
I'm
That's
not saying.
stupid.
I'm not saying. I don't want to I don't want to offend anybody. The world.
You're not going to be ever
is
offended.
the world is the world is a fucked up place,
It
and
is.
I think that I think we are way too sensitive. Way
Very.
too sensitive to people's feelings. This feelings movement in the world is
Political correctness.
not even political correctness, but just there's so much I have to be socially aware of when I say something, like when I say retard or man that's gay or anything like
Things
that.
we grew up
People
with.
take that not even things that we grew up with, but things that are were in when we were younger totally innocuous. I didn't call
Right.
someone gay because they, you know what I mean? I didn't like
Right.
them because they like to lick wieners. I called them gay because they were being gay. You know what
I knew about gay because I had gay uncles. So I got that respect already.
My cousin is gay, and she's one of the most loveliest, wonderful people in the fucking world. She is a kind, beautiful soul. And a straight savage in the fucking streets and whoop your ass. But what I'm trying to say is, people just want it's like they carry it like the old rugged cross. Like they want to go around and swing their social justice warrior swords on everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
They want to damn somebody because of something they say.
Right.
You know what I mean? Dream Chaser's a fucking retard, gay, he tucks his genitals and pisses sideways, probably uses a fucking woman's bathroom, smoke spot, don't even own any fucking guns because he's a hippie gay bag. Sweet.
Who said all that?
Riley's window Riley's window cleaning, Jacob Riley, or Jace, whatever the fuck that dude's name is. James, whatever his name, I don't know. Is it James or, yeah, it's James Riley. fucking Jacob Williams and Dream Chasing have been going hard body karate. But that shit, hey, I ain't trying to shit on nobody, but that shit, Dream Chasing dropped like right off the gate, man. Y'all motherfuckers is late as fuck on that shit, dude. Y'all motherfuckers is late, dude, because that boy went hard in the paint on you guys, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. You know, people need to stop being so concerned with not even so much other people, but they got to stop being so concerned about things that really don't matter in the end of it all.
Well, they're minding other people's business.
Yeah, but you know but there's also something to be said about knowing your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? There's also something to be said about that, because I really feel like we've lost a lot of that in our culture, is being friendly with your neighbor, knowing the people in your neighborhood or the guys down the street. Mark, now you can't tell me that you don't know your neighbors, and you know what I mean? Because you're old school. So I know you know.
Yeah, no, I'm friendly with all my neighbors, and even the ones that I'm not friendly with, we don't talk. We just wave, you know.
Yeah.
And they know if something happened.
If you needed something, and if they needed something, they could come to Mark. Yeah. My neighbors know that if they needed something, all they'd have to do is come over, and I'd help them no matter what. I shovel everyone's I got to live around older people, so I snow blow everybody's walkway, everybody's driveway. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If their lawnmower don't work, like the lady down the street here, sometimes she can't get her lawnmower started. She'll come down, knock on the door, and I'll start her lawnmower for her.
Yeah.
You know, if I've got the time, I'll mow her front yard for her if I have the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My neighbor right out front, he's 83, and if I don't get up in the morning after a snow and get my shovel out, he'll have my whole driveway done.
Yeah.
So I mean, he just needs something to do.
My dad's the same way. My dad's got a snowblower. He does the whole the whole block, all the old people around him. It's just what you do.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and I think there's a lot. The youth of America, they do a lot of talking, but it's only it's centralized around dumbass social media shit.
Yeah, right. That's their whole life.
It's not about helping their neighbor out. They say that, I'm here for this guy and this guy because they can't speak for themselves, or they get busted, they get bent over, this way or that way. No, they just want to be right on social media. Like this shit with Hillary Clinton is still, to this day, these motherfuckers are still crying about that shit. Right. The man's term is almost over. They're like, well, when he's out of office, they're going to court-martial him. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we're going to have him arrested so we can.
Listen. Mark's got the shirt on right now. I would bet $1 to a bag of fucking donuts that man's gonna win again in 2020. Because I ain't seen one. If he runs, he'll win again. And I have not seen one Democratic or Republican candidate that's worth a fuck. They all seem like dipshits. They seem like dipshits.
They're all bought and paid for lobbyists by the lobbyists.
Yeah, that's the problem. The problem is the social justice, like the social justice warrior bullshit. That Black Lives Matter shit does not cater to the black community. It just doesn't. If you look at it, if you look at the Black Lives Matter community, it was started by 3 lesbians. They don't get all it is the liberal party and blackface. That's all Black Lives Matter is. That's all it is.
Right.
They don't care about the black man community
so much, and then Trump comes out and gets this nice economy. He's got jobs working. He's got all this stuff, and then all of a sudden they said reparations. Well, where was reparations? During we had a black president ridiculous. For 8 years. Why didn't you work on that then?
Somebody told me.
Let him have a win.
This is my only problem with reparations, is that none of the people that want reparations owned or was a slave.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't give a shit. If that's what it takes to get some done, I'm not saying bullshit, just get it done.
No,
I'm not saying that what happened.
If you can't hand shit out and then take it back, that's the problem.
Yeah.
It snowballs. It's never going to be enough.
Yeah.
Guess what? In the black community and every community, it's the lowest unemployment rates in 50 years. And if you don't see that as helping everybody, then you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, you know why?
This is my thing. This is my
50 years. Since 1957, when the Democrats, all but one Democrat, voted no to repeal the Jim Crow laws. They figured out another way. They brought on welfare. They brought on
Yeah.
the Vietnam War to eliminate the black man. They broke up the families. They've done all this stuff.
Well,
And
the assault on the assault on the family was not just it started out on the black family. That's what started, and now it's particulated into all cultures of families.
What they do after Vietnam, they brought in the crack into the ghettos.
All of
They
that
brought in
stuff,
all that shit.
all of that stuff was designed to break up the family unit. Not just the black community, but the white community, the Spanish community, all of them. You know what I mean?
And they're worried about socialism now. What the fuck?
So fucking
socialist?
stupid, man.
We as a group all grew up with knowing socialism and communism. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Don't make sense,
Them prizes are gonna be dope, bruh.
They
Them
are.
prizes gonna be dope, bruh. So, Tim, I got a GoDaddy account. Can I have my website?
Yeah, you sure can.
Thanks. Now we got that straightened out. Me and Tim are friends again. Dude, I just, listen, man, I don't want this episode to turn out to be a downer on anything we've talked about in the window cleaning community. I don't hold any grudges with nobody. I love Philip. Philip's just a fucking goofy bastard that tries to sell my water-fed pole out from under me constantly. I don't want anyone to take what I've said during this podcast as, me being negative. All I'm saying is sometimes people say and do things, then they don't think it's a big deal, but it is a big deal, especially when you blow it out of context and proportion. So,
and not apologize.
Yeah. Because Philip was like, "Hey, man, I don't like that picture. Can you take it down?" I'm like, "Sure, Philip." I was like, "I apologize. I didn't mean to offend you." He goes, it's not really offensive. He goes, "It's funny, but I just, could you not have it up? Could you take it down?" He goes, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, man." He's like, "I know." He goes, "It's not a big deal." He goes, "But if you would take it down, and that would be great." And I was like, "Cool, man." And I took it down, and that was the end of it. You know what I mean? That was the end of it. I think Philip is fucking amazing. Philip's a good dude. He's just a disorganized, poor old soul with ADHD. He's got.
It sounds like you guys are getting them together, though, man.
No, dude, I'm always gonna be 100 for Philip because I believe that Philip has been bushwhacked and hoodwinked for a long fucking time. And after using the man's pole as much as I have, and you guys can watch the videos, I ain't making up no fuck. I mean, if you've seen one of my sim pole videos, you know that it's badass. You know what I mean? What I'm saying about it is true.
Have you ever noticed, like, the guys that don't stick around in the YouTube world, guys like that kind of bounced off us and created a new org, that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're not going to help somebody like Phil without getting paid. You get what I'm saying? I mean, there's just guys like that in the community.
Listen, I got Kevlar sections for nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, in the long run, but how much do for an hour of each podcast where you guys talk water-fed pole and sim pole comes up, and
nobody wants to talk about traditional window cleaning, really. You know what I mean?
That's
you don't get any questions. When you ask for questions, nobody wants to fucking talk.
Eventually we're going to run out of water-fed talk, too, because how much can you... Right. I mean, there's always
my water-fed talk is limited to pumping the dude's product up because it's a good product. It's an awesome pole, and, dude, you got... I feel like there's a lot of... Philip is one of the only dudes in the industry that will tell you the straight-up, legit... fucking, this is how much he will give you the MSI details on his poles. He's not afraid. He's like, "Listen, motherfuckers, my shit is dope." You know what I mean? Right. And he'll tell you. And everybody knows we bust Philip's chop about his fucking, all his numbers and decimal points and zeros and percent signs and all that shit. We bust his balls on it, but he's laying it down for you guys. He's one of the only ones, if not the only one in the industry that will do that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I wish Mark Darnell had a YouTube channel.
I wish Mark Darnell lived next door to me.
I know.
I wish Mark Darnell and I lived right next door to each other because that would be the best thing that ever happened.
Can you imagine living next to him?
Dude, that would be so fucking badass. What are you talking about?
I think that's him. That's him.
Right.
He's just out there.
Right.
Hey man, I just want to
That'd
let
be
you guys
awesome.
know. I want to let
I
you
hope he
guys
comes to
know.
Ohio.
Everyone that's watching now. How many people do we have watching now? We have 24 people
24.
watching right now. We have 11 thumbs up and 5 thumbs down right now.
Why?
5 thumbs down on this podcast. 5
Kidding me?
thumbs down. How can you dislike us that much? You know what I mean? We're going to get around 240, between 240, 260 views on this within the first couple of days that it's up. And you guys and your thumbs down, I love that shit. I just like to bring attention to it because every time you do it, because you're looking for attention, I want to give it to you. I just want to tell you I appreciate you bumping up my stats on YouTube because it's really paying
Thanks,
off.
Kevin.
It's
Thanks,
really,
Eric.
really fucking paying off. How much is my poll, TJ? What poll are you talking about, James? TJ or Mark, do either of you have any tips or tricks to pass on to a newbie to water-fed pole? Pro Wash Missouri, I will tell you this, my man, who is Lewis Coatney, one of our most loyal watchers.
Looks good, dude.
Lewis is a super awesome guy. My very first tip would be is do not fall into the up down. It's clean fucking thing.
Yeah.
Scrub. Get the key to water fed pole is a good scrub and a thorough rinse. That's my tip. Good scrub, good rinse. You don't want to buy a good pole buy a good brush with a high bristle count. You want it nice and aggressive, like the Alpha brush from Tucker is a perfect example. And get yourself a decent pole to start out with. If you start making some money cleaning some windows with water fed pole, upgrade yourself to a high modulus pole, something nice and stiff and light. As an owner operator, if you're gonna have a bunch of guys using your fucking water fed pole equipment, then get something tough like a 3K wrapped pole, something gangsters that's gonna take a beating. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Because they're gonna give it a beating.
They're gonna give it a beating. So a good scrub and a good rinse. What do you say, Mark?
I agree 100%. And look, don't jump in with both feet. You know, I told people before my first water fed pole was a car wash brush from the auto parts store.
Well, Jason Lehman sent Lewis Coatney a pole. So
cool.
That was very nice of him.
So now he just needs filtration.
Yeah,
right?
I think he just needs
Get yourself a DI tank, man. Go to your local guy, Culligan. Maybe you can rent one for a month. That's how I started. I walked into a guy here called Water Zone, sat down with him. He had no window cleaners. He said, I rent out to car washes, medical facilities that need deionized water, fish aquarium guys, you know. And he goes, I don't know how well it works with window cleaning. I said, well, I'm told it does. And he goes, I'll tell you what. He gave me it was about a 4-foot tall tank. We strapped it to a hand truck. He gave me banjo fittings on it, and he says, use it for a month. It's $80. Bring it back in. If you don't want it, you give me the $80. We're done. And I've never turned back. And he's got about 7 local window cleaners that all go to him because of me. You know, so I get better pricing on it. But
I'll give you this, Jacob. This dual trim. I'll let you have that with it.
Nice.
Shipping. It's a dual trim Tucker brush. I'll let you have that with it. I got it with my gold pole. I don't need it. I got alpha brushes out there. Asshole.
The alpha brushes rock. Look, there is smoke and mirrors in the water fed industry. Don't subscribe to it. Get yourself a simple setup and then grow from there.
Yeah. Don't spend an arm and a leg on a water-fed pole system if you're just starting out with water-fed pole. Start basic, and once you get basic, you'll start to make money. Once you start stacking that cheese up and you're like, man, I'm super proficient at this, I need a better setup.
Yep.
Then you go for the better setup. Whatever you do, don't buy a fucking flow, because I'm just not, I just don't want nobody to spend no money with him at all. He's a fucking turd in his pants ass dude. And that's one of the prizes. On the Willie's Wheel O Prizes is a set of duty pants. If you win the duty pants, I'm going to send you a pair of duty pants.
Yeah, it's just like the Shroud of Turin. It's been investigated. You're getting a swatch of duty pants, you know? Put it in your pillowcase, sleep on it, do whatever you want with it.
Yes, I agree. It can be done. Riley, you can do first cleans on houses with a water-fed pole. I just feel like it's just something I don't do. First-time cleans are usually ladder work and squeegee, but that's me. You know what I mean?
I'm always ladder working squeegee.
I like it.
Look, just like TJ said, get proficient with traditional tools for a long time before you start to introduce that. Because if you can't clean a window, you're gonna suffer the learning curve.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole reason I don't get into it is the learning curve. Because, I mean, I'm proficient at what I do, and I don't want to... It's just hard to start over somewhere.
Well, you know what? Look, it's a valuable asset to have. It's not magic. It doesn't work everywhere. Does it yield perfect results? Most of the time. There are
water-fed pole, I don't care what nobody says, water-fed pole is about 90%.
Yes. Yeah.
It's about 90%.
Yep.
That's just my personal opinion. It's just, in the water-fed pole is 90%. Nothing is ever going to beat a squeegee in a glass, nose to glass. Nothing. Not a robot, not a water-fed pole, not a hover cart, not fucking nothing. Not a magic wand. Nothing is ever going to beat a squeegee on the glass, ever. And that's why we're all about the squeegee life. Tim is not interested at all in your pole.
Tim has a mini, doesn't he have a mini?
Yeah, I have a mini. I'm not.
He's not interested whatsoever in water-fed pole.
Hey, I have a question for Phil while he's watching. Phil, have you ever got in that van of yours and just drove around aimlessly for so long that you set off a silver alert?
I don't understand. Yeah, I I don't know if it's just like a fucking language barrier or what it is, but it's not special. There's nothing special about a water-fed. It's called lighter.
Yeah.
More rigid. If you water-fed pole, you knew what we were talking about, but you don't.
Right.
So what you have is a lower end water-fed pole that has a lot of fucking bounce in it. And that bounce doesn't transfer all of the scrub power to the window. It wears you out a lot quicker. If you buy a water-fed pole that's high modulus or something like that, higher grade Kevlar, or the Kevlar woven shit that Philip does, something super rigid. It's lighter, it's easier on the body, and the rigidity helps you clean the window. It's a lot easier to clean the glass with a rigid pole. It's not special. It's just special in that sense. It makes your job easier. So that would be what's special about it.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm
anyway
saying?
around it, it's the same process, but you want to make it as easy on your body as possible. Let's be real. Window cleaning is a physical job. Okay, I feel every day that I've been doing this over 30 years.
Yeah.
Okay, every time I get out of bed in the morning, I remember I've been doing this for 30 years. Okay, sometimes I look at people working in an office and say, this guy sits in the AC all day. But you know what? I don't have the aggravation that he does, because no one's writing my paychecks except me.
You'd think you would be a lot tanner.
Tanner? I'm dark. I'm pretty.
His last name is Tanner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty dark. I mean, I have a hat on all the time, so my head's white, and but there's only so much.
Philip, I can tell you right now, I've known Tim for 2 years now. It's not going to work. There's nothing. Only thing you're going to do is get Tim to block you on Facebook. That's the only thing you're going to accomplish.
I'm not into it, man. I'm just not. I mean, I had that reach it here. I pulled it out. I played with it. It's just not me. Not me.
Really
I think there's too many.
upset.
I like less movements, and I just think there's too many steps in bringing out a water-fed pole with hoses, spigots. It's just too much for me.
Yeah, Tim's just.
Well, look, Tim. It doesn't fit your business model.
Right. Absolutely.
You're doing smaller homes. You do some construction cleaning. I see. You work with your kid. You're not interested in getting 3-story buildings, obviously, though you didn't come to Kansas City for 2 stories, so there's no way you're going to do a 3-story. That has to come up every time. So that said, but no, look, it doesn't fit your business model.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's like you're buying a school bus. Well, if you're not delivering kids, what the fuck do you need a school bus?
Well, we have companies around me that are specialized in that, and that's their niche, and that's what they do. And a lot of people, I get a lot of their customers because they don't want the power washer that's doing their windows. So I just stick with people like around here. Until
Dude,
these companies fix them. When these companies change their mindset of it, then I'll be gone by then.
Right.
Well, and let's be real. I've got a lot of work that I just bid a job. TJ, I was telling you about this the other day. It's an interior courtyard mall. So it's open and covered with awnings and, so it's like a giant courtyard. And it specifically said there's tops, right? And the first thing I see when I look at that is, man, that's great for water-fed pole. Even if you drag the water off it when you're done scrubbing it, it's perfect for that. But it's a medical facility. There's brick floors, okay? And in the scope of work, it specifically says we want our windows cleaned with traditional window cleaning methods, which does not include, and at some point, either there was a slip and fall, the results weren't what they wanted, whether that has to do with the brush, the operator, or anything. At this point, they want to be charged for a nose to glass window cleaning. So that's what they're going to get. It doesn't work everywhere.
Right. Henry, I don't give a fuck if you stack a fucking whole box of Legos up and stick a brush on it. I don't give a fuck what you use. You ain't gotta use shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You can use your Unger twist lock. You can use a fucking broomstick. I don't give a fuck what you don't have to do anything. All they're saying is that higher fucking price fucking poles are higher price for a reason, because they make the job easier.
Right.
That's all there is. There's nothing more to be said about it than that.
Well,
There's no more explanation I can give you than the higher price poles are higher price because they make the job easier. They're lighter, they're more rigid. Period, point blank, end of discussion. You can use a 5-section Unger aluminum pole with a brush on the end of it, like we did back in the day with a fucking what do they call Mark, the brush we were just talking about it. Fuck. Wind spray. With a wind spray on the fucking end of that motherfucker.
Dude, I had an OptiLock 5-piece Unger pole, the OptiLock, with a wind spray on it. That's what I started with.
Me too.
The whole thing was less than $400 for everything. Yep. My windows weren't better with a $3,000 pole. I was just less tired at the end of the day and could do more during the day. That's it.
Exactly. That's all. It just makes you more efficient.
Yeah.
We are not mean to Phil, dude. If anyone, listen, I'm not going to fucking tolerate that fucking we are mean to fucking Philip shit. I'm not going to fucking tolerate it.
No, I don't want Phil to waste his money by sending me a pole. That's it. There's no mean to that.
Not going to tolerate it. If anyone has done more for Philip, I would please.
That guy.
Please speak up now, because I'd like to know who you are. Because the motherfucker's been selling poles for 15 years, and now everybody's talking about him. Now everybody wants to help him.
Yep.
So you all can lick my fucking bag.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm fucking tired of hearing that shit. I don't want to hear it. I just, we've already lost 2 viewers because of the last podcast. Jason's not watching. Richie's not watching tonight because of what Tim said. Jason's not watching.
This is
of what
all
I said
your
to him
fault.
on Facebook.
No, I've talked to Richie since then.
But oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all I gotta say is this, man. We do and we say what we do because that's what we do. And if you don't like it, you ain't gotta watch ever again. I don't.
Dude.
Yep.
I don't fucking care. Yep, exactly, Fernando. That's a good way to look at it, Henry, is that there's Craftsman tools and then there's Snap-on tools. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Walmart and buy a fucking hammer, or you can go and buy a Vaughn fucking California framer. There's all kinds of different. You can buy a Ryobi fucking circular saw, or you can buy a Milwaukee circular saw. It just all depends on what if you want to go out there and work on your fucking car with a stack of wrenches you bought at fucking Dollar General, then that's up to you.
That's right.
All right, Henry, then what exactly are you asking? Because I've been following your questions very intently since you said we like to fucking blow the in crowd. So what I'd like to know is what question can you tell me what you're talking about then? Because I feel like I think I've hit your questions right on the head. You don't need a special pole. You don't need it. You don't. You can do whatever you want, however you want. You don't need it.
Did you ask Luke to manscape after I told you about the pubes in the teeth?
No.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I don't know what you mean, but I feel like you can water fed pole with anything. You just need to have the right filtration, so you have pure water, and you scrub. And the scrub and the rinse is key. But what the tools change is efficiency and wear and tear on the body. Obviously, you don't watch enough of Perry's instructional videos, because Perry Tate will tell you exactly how you're not doing things the right way.
Yeah.
All you need to do is go up, down, because his brush is a magic wand
Yes.
that fucking busts constantly.
Yeah.
Anyone out there that's getting ready to release a product with Perry Tate, don't do it. Run away now. Find someone else to fucking manufacture your shit, because he's going to fuck it up.
Oh, I don't. Do you think we'll actually see any new product?
Craig has a question here.
I
Craig
have
Harden.
a water-fed pole, but my twist lock is lighter. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if your twist lock's lighter, whatever. The key is if you can use it to water-fed pole, then great. If you feel like the twist lock pole is lighter, then by all means, it may be lighter, but it may also be more flexible.
Dude, that twist lock is going to come closed on you. You don't want that. You're going to wiggle between trees. In the perfect world, windows are right there. But guess what? In my world, there's trees, there's cars, there's parking stops, there's bushes, there's everything else. A twist lock pole will, as soon as you turn that brush a little bit, that thing's going to come closing down on you, and you will be frustrated. Exactly.
Yes. The twist lock pole is going to make your life fucking miserable.
Yeah, Henry.
I'm sure that it is lighter, Henry, but once you get into water-fed pole and you start, what you need to do is, and I'm sure, I'm not talking out of school here. I'm sure if you made the trip one morning down to hang out with Mark and do some water-fed pole work, Mark would show you what, you know what I mean? Show you kind of the ropes. And I know Mark has offered that to you before.
Anytime he wants, he can come down and spend a day with me.
Water-fed pole some shit.
Or water-fed pole some shit. And, I know Henry needs some fittings. I'm going to send Henry his barbecue rub because he won that little contest I had. I don't know if I have the fittings he needs. But, dude, there's nothing that you don't have that you can't pick up at a local plumbing supply. Or I have a place here. I have a place here that does, my place here does hydraulic lines. They have every banjo fitting known to man.
Yeah.
I can walk in there with a broken water-fed pole, fitting and say, hey, can you match this up to something better than what they gave me? Absolutely. Next thing you know, here you go. So, I mean, look, you got to make a little attempt at it. And again, it's not mow, blow, and go. It's,
I told Henry he'd make a road trip, spend a week with you, week with me, week up. You know what I mean? Come hang out with me for a week.
I don't want him for a week. I'll take him for a couple hours and get the fuck out.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah, come spend a week with me. I'll show you how I do my route.
Tim, I'll come down and hang out with you for an hour, and then I'm going home.
Hell no, I'll bring him to Cedar Point.
He's too short. He won't be able to get on any of the fucking rides.
Yeah, we just found that out.
Is he short?
He's only like 5'7", 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah, short.
So to you, he's tall still.
He looks like a monster. Shut up. He looks like a monster in pictures, man.
Yeah, I just, it just all depends on what's like some barbecue rub for sure, TJ. Yeah, I'm sure everyone's. Well, actually, I don't. I can't give any more. Boy. I can't give any more away. I gotta have some for the 100th episode giveaway, cause I'm running low. I mean, fucking Mark's been handing them shits out willy nilly. I gotta give them every time we do a podcast. I gotta send fucking one or two more out.
I'll get you more. Don't worry about it.
Power Wash Plus said, if my family ever goes to Disney, I'm skipping out on them and going to learn from Mark.
Come on down, man. Hell yeah.
And that's, and I think that's one thing that's kind of missed, and you don't see so much in the Outlaw Window Cleaner group, because there's, a lot of us are just ball busting, chop busting, which really that's all. But a lot of people don't realize that a lot of knowledge that's been passed down here. We're always helpful with equipment. If you need something, most of us are pretty fucking good about sending. If a guy's in need something, you know what I mean. If a guy needs help, how do I do this? How do I do that? We do. There's a lot of that goes on here on this podcast and in that group. So, I don't want that to be lost on anyone. So. Then hit me up with the recipe. Nope, you can't know the recipe. As clearly you can see, James Riley doesn't watch the podcast.
Boy barbecue.
We don't give out the fucking recipe, dude.
No. Yeah.
We don't do that. That's top secret fucking shit.
I'm gonna throw a party on Memorial Day weekend, boys.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm gonna cook out for the first time. So I'm trying to think about buying a smoker.
Are you gonna be here for the 100th episode?
Yeah.
Oh, you sure? Because that's Memorial Day weekend. That's the Sunday before Monday.
That's fine.
You know that, right? All right.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows. That's why I chose to do the 100th episode when I did, because that following Monday I'm not fucking working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm taking that Monday off, so because it's Memorial Day.
Right.
No, it's not. Is one of the questions on to win stuff to be on one? Nope. It's not Outlaw Barbecue Rub, anyways. It's fucking a Hoggy Style Outlaw Window Cleaner Rub.
Smoke paprika and coffee grounds. A bag of your mix for scratch removal. Phil. Yeah, that's right, Phil. Okay. When you send me that
Jason?
pull down, send me a return address. It'll be on there. I'll send you some of my polish. Absolutely. I'll take care of you, Phil.
Well, I'll tell
what you
this,
do with it at that point, yeah.
I'll tell you this. Joshua Shofit keeps threatening that he's going to be on the 100th episode with us. I don't think it's going to happen. He's such a bullshitter. He's like, count me in, bro. I'm going to be there, bro. I'm not missing this one for the world.
Say this.
Are we getting drunk?
If he's a no-show, we're gonna trash him. If he's a no-show, we trash him.
Oh, he's going to get rode like a pack mule.
Yep. Yeah.
Shit, I have to take my daughter to Air Force Academy in Colorado that weekend. Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah,
there's one less guy. That's good news for all you listeners out there. One less guy's going to be watching the show. He's not going to be able to win prizes. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just I got an electric smoker that I don't like that so much. It's such shit. It's okay. It's cool to work. I like the electric smoker in the wintertime because I live in Ohio. It's nice to have that electric smoker in the wintertime. But because I don't have $7,000 like Mark to buy a fully insulated.
We're not going to go there. I have a question for you, a smoker-related question. So I'm going to blow that off like you never said it, dickbag. So your electric smoker, is that a pellet smoker or is it a wood chip smoker?
It's a wood chip smoker.
Now, compared to that big giant stick burner I saw you had out when you did the police benefit thing for the dogs or whatever, does the pellets or chips, do they yield the same flavor as an old school stick burner? No.
No, because I feel like the wood chips do add smoke flavor to it, but there's something lost in the charcoal. The charcoal is what does it. I'm not saying you have to use charcoal, but charred wood. You know what I mean? Burnt wood. That's the most important thing. And
so you're saying
you're not getting the heat. Listen, you're not getting the heat from the wood. You're getting, or charcoal, which charcoal is wood. But you're not getting the heat from the wood. You're getting smoke from the wood. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
And, it's electric smokers are very temperamental. And pellet smokers are for fucking yum-yums.
Yeah, that's a yuppie smoker.
Yeah, you shove your fucking big green egg up your ass. All these dudes in their pellet smokers. You fucking nerds. Go get a fucking... Why has everyone got a church shit up? Just go get a fucking smoker with charcoal. Be a man about it. You know what I mean? Be a fucking man about it. You know what I'm saying?
we had a big green egg at our camp, and it was my partner brought it up, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna love it." And I will say this for... a handful of charcoal and some wood, it thing will keep 225 for 10 hours without touching it. It's very efficient, and it had been cooked on 50 times. So I did the same thing I do with my smoker that you saw in the video, T.
Yeah.
And it was just missing something. I'm like, they're tender. The flavor's just not there. from that ceramic egg.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it
It's
just
not the same.
no, it's
I
not.
love. I've got a barrel grill,
Uh-huh.
a charbroil, I can't,
Yeah,
I think, whatever it is. But you've seen my barrel grill
yeah,
before. I got
yeah,
one of those. I got a firebox on the side. That's my favorite way.
yep,
Or I
yeah,
also have a cabinet, a little
That's what I'm
small
getting
like
ready to
$40
buy, actually.
fucking
yeah,
smoke master cabinet.
yeah,
I've never had better barbecue than I've had out of that.
yeah,
I'm saying personally, I've eat
yeah,
people's barbecue that's better than mine. But what I'm saying is,
yeah,
as far as what I've cooked, I've never made better ribs or chickens
yeah,
than the one I did in that little tiny fucking cheapo
yeah,
smoker. You know what I mean?
yeah,
What I
yeah,
learned
Now
yeah,
on.
you
What's
yep.
try
that?
to get your meat from a local butcher, or do you go to just regular store?
I usually try to go to a like. I like the counter at Kroger's, and we also have a local butcher shop here. If
Yeah.
it all depends on who's cheaper, but I don't go to Walmart and buy meat. I don't go to Myers and buy meat. I either go to Kroger's or I go to the TRB Bay Meats here in town. Bay Meats.
Yeah. And we got a decent steak shop or butcher shop, but I mean they can get up there about this time of year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Meat
Well,
at
this is when
Walmart
they
does
make their
sucks
money.
balls. Yeah, it is.
You know, so I dig smoking food on with charcoal. That's just that's the way I like to do it. It's my favorite way to do it. Like I said, one of these days I will be able to afford the $7,000 smoker like Tanner's got.
Gotta go back again. It wasn't 7,000, and
All
that
right.
was a birthday.
How much
present.
was
So
it
take-
then? It was
I think it was
5,000.
no,
It was
no,
5,000.
no,
Yes,
no.
it
How much was the Maserati?
Yes, it was. You said it was
no,
5,000 on a podcast. You're trying to
Yeah.
fucking backtrack now, you fucker.
I think the smoker was like 4,500, but I got a couple
$5,000. Fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
With shipping, that shit was $5,000.
Listen,
Richest
yeah, but
man
I'm-
in window cleaning right there. He's
No.
like,
come on, man.
come
Richest,
on, man. Come on, man.
I
Come
worked
on,
hard for
man.
this. Leave me alone. Yeah. Well, look. Hey, here's the thing.
I will pro
If-
wash.
Whatever it is that you enjoy doing, and I enjoy cooking, smoking food,
Mm.
I think you should have the good tools for that. You know what I'm saying?
You got the good tools to make Dick wind chimes, but you sure as fuck don't like to make Dick wind chimes.
Man, that's a problem. I wanted to
Yeah.
put Dick Wind Chimes on the Wheel of Prizes, but we can't. That was going
Right.
to be the grand prize. This
We've
right
been
With
talking
that-
Dick wind
instead
chimes
of
for
the
a lot
Bob
of
and Willie
episodes.
video, it was going
I'll
to be
tell you
Dick
what I'll
Wind
do.
Chimes.
I'll
What?
cut some dicks out with the
On the
plasma,
plasma cutter. Yeah.
Yes. And I'll have some dick wind chimes for the
You
thing.
still gotta
gotta
keep the Bob
deal
and
with
Willie
them.
video.
What are we going to take off of there, though?
No, we'll just make
Um,
something smaller. Something.
Just make
smaller.
something smaller, yeah.
It'll have to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
What do we
that's not a
take
big
off? I don't know
prize.
what to take off.
Make a
man.
bigger prize smaller.
Yeah, that's what I'll do, Tim. Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. How about I just take the Willie and Bob video off of there and we'll put Dick Wind Chimes in its place?
You got it.
Well, we'll just do it all. That's the grand prize. We'll put the
The
Dick wind
grand
chimes.
prize. The
with
grand
Bob and Willie
prize is
video.
a Willie and Bob video done the way you want it done, and you also get the fucking Dick Wind Chimes. You will be the
Yeah.
lucky. That's
And-
the grand
and
prize right there on top.
part of
That's it.
part of the stipulation is you have to hang
Right
them in
there.
front of your house and put
Yes.
a video of them.
Yes, right there. The pink is Dick Wind Chimes. You will win the Dick Wind Chimes with the Bob and Willie video package.
That is awesome.
Yes,
Absolutely.
That's going to
Done.
happen now. So there, it's done.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Finally.
Yes.
Briquettes or lump charcoal. I prefer briquettes,
Briquettes.
simply because they're the same size.
Yep.
I
Lump
found
charcoal
that my
doesn't- yeah.
smoker is all over the place when I use the lump
Me
charcoal
too.
because every piece is a different size.
Yep.
So
Yep. I found the same.
But-
I like the lump style charcoal if I'm standing over top of the grill
Burgers.
grilling steaks or burgers
Yeah.
or something like that. I
Yeah.
like the lump charcoal for that.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
to smoke with, to control and have a nice even barbecue, I like the briquettes. It just
Yeah.
burns.
You
better,
go with
know what I mean?
Kingsford. You go generic.
Kingsford.
I buy Kingsford
Yeah.
every time.
I like Kingsford.
You like any flavors in it at all? Like the mesquite or the applewood?
No, just stock.
No, just
No, I
stock.
just get
Stock.
because I'm going to put the wood in there.
Right.
The wood's going to dictate the profile, not some laboratory.
And if you ain't
know?
using lumps of pecan wood, you're fucking slipping. You don't know how
Yeah.
to fucking smoke no fucking meat. So miss me
Yeah.
with that shit.
You're right.
I know
No cherry
I'm right.
wood?
Nope.
Yeah.
Pecan. Pecan is where it's at. Ribs, I like doing ribs with pecan. Now chicken, I like mesquite with chicken because it's a real heavy fucking dank smoke. But
Yeah.
beef and pork, I like to use pecan. That's just what I like to use.
You can't overdo pecan. You can
So
smoke.
you're trying to keep it 225 for
Yep.
how long you doing
depends.
this
It
for?
all depends.
So
It all depends.
Dude, I went
Ribs-
to Damon's.
rib-
Red
the way
Damon's for years, we'd had ribs cooked in 2.5 hours. You know what I'm saying?
No, 4 hours. Ribs
Right.
are 4 hours the way I do it. Chicken is 3 hours. Thighs, or drumsticks, 3 hours. Brisket is basically 1.5 hours per pound at 225. So the average brisket that I do is going to run 10 to 12 hours. And same
with
thing
like a prime.
I'm usually like ribs. I do a 3-2-1. That's how I smoke ribs. Mark doesn't smoke ribs like that. And I do it that way because that's just the way I was taught to do it. You know what I'm saying? The 3-2-1. I do 3 hours smoke, 2 hours foil, fucking face down in foil with the fucking butter and turbinado sugar, and fucking then I take it out of the foil and let it fucking draw the meat off the fucking bone for 25-30 minutes or so. Sometimes it all depends on how big the rib is. You know what I mean? So I do a 3-2-1. Usually that one is a loose one. So I'm usually around 5 hours to smoke some ribs. Usually around 6 to do chickens because I like to go slow on them chickens. So you can, you could take my chickens and bang them and on the steel tray, and the fucking meat will fall off the bone. Bang. Yeah.
I can cook like nobody's business, but I can't. I've
Mark's
never
super
smoked.
jealous of that.
I've
Mark's jealous.
never smoked.
I've never smoked anything before.
Love smoke. I've never done it.
What are you trying to smoke on Memorial Day?
I don't.
Do you have a charcoal grill?
I do, but I'm going to buy a new one because I'm going to get that one with the smoker on the side.
All you need is a charcoal grill.
Oh, I have
indirect heat.
Pieces of wood in
Build
there,
the fire on one side of the grill, put your fucking meat on the other side underneath a water pan, and you're good to go. That's all you need. Throw some fucking chunks of wood on that bitch and smoke away, dude.
The leg rusted off. So I'm a little irritated.
Cut that reach pole down and shove it underneath there.
That'd be
that
genius.
fucking thing.
That'd be genius. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I want to try it. I've never done it before.
Brisket's okay. I know people like brisket a lot. I'm a fucking rib. I love ribs. Ribs and chicken I love. Brisket's, cool. I like brisket for sandwiches.
Yeah.
Get you a couple slices of Wonder Bread, throw some fucking little bit of sauce on there, blah 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 blah. Right. I love ribs, man.
I'll get you some corn tortilla. Get you some corn tortillas, little mini ones with the green sauce.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah, baby.
That'd be good times right there.
Man. With some margaritas in July, get you some margaritas made up. Do you a brisket, slice that shit up, throw that shit on some tortillas, throw some fucking sauce on there. Why?
Fun.
A little bit of rice with adobo in it. You ain't fucking around, cuz.
Dude, one of my customers.
I just realized I'm 4 episodes behind on uploading this fucking audio.
One of my
customers not asking questions from those episodes.
One of my customers, the guy that gets me the briskets that I showed you in the video, he's a brisket nut. So whenever I cook one locally, I bring him. I'll cook him one too at the same time.
Cool.
And he's like, "Hey man, you got to come into the back of the restaurant." I'm like, "What's up?" And he's got a brisket. It's still warm, cut in half, and he has one of those slicers, a deli slicer.
Yeah.
And then he took his dude. The guy makes the best garlic. The garlic rolls you've ever had in your life.
Oh, really?
We sliced that shit.
Garlic rolls? Come on, man.
Oh, yeah. And then he puts the brisket on the garlic roll, and we put it in the pizza oven. Oh, my God, dude. I go, I'm never leaving here. I'm going to
Dude, there was a point there, man, where my kids were like, Dad, no more. I mean, everything I fucking ate, I smoked everything.
I do that.
Everything.
Dude,
I was smoking pork. I was smoking butts and fucking hams and fucking. Big Squeegee Mike Nichols says you gotta smoke bologna. He said get a stick of bologna and smoke that. He said that is the best shit ever.
That would be
smoked bologna.
I'm gonna try that. I was talking to him about that, and I guess you gotta slice it because you're not getting through the bologna casing. You gotta get that thick sliced bologna and put it in there.
Are you searing before?
No.
You put it in? No sear.
No.
Okay.
Raw, man.
Raw
You
meat.
want your meat to go into your smoker basically at room temperature. That'll, yeah.
So
Like,
let it sit for like an hour or two.
At least.
Yeah, you want
Okay.
like say like normally like I'll throw like what I do is I peel the membrane off the back of my ribs and I do not a marinade but I throw some of my special sauce on top of my ribs, salt them and pepper them, and throw them in the fridge the night before, and then I pull them out and let them bring up. When I wake up in the morning, I throw them on the counter. So first thing I do, I don't take a piss. I get up, I fucking throw them bitches right on the counter, let them sit for like an hour or two, and get them to room temperature. That way, my smoker is up to fucking snuff on the heat. My smoke. I'm rolling coal, which is what I call smoke. When I smoke meat, I don't smoke meat. I'm rolling coal. That's what I do. That's what I call it, is rolling coal. I roll coal. Once I see it's rolling coal, I'll throw my fucking my yellow mustard or brown mustard, whatever I'm feeling, my spicy brown mustard, whatever I'm feeling at the time, on the top. Throw my Mark Tanner rub on the top of that shit, which I use Mark Tanner's rub exclusively now. I don't even use mine anymore. That's how much I like Mark's. Don't tell him that, because his fucking head will get bigger than it already is.
No, I know it's good. Everybody, I make
really
it for
good.
a lot of people.
Tanner's rub is
yeah.
really good. It's really good. I throw that on top, and then I slap her in the smoker and fucking just let her go, dude. It's super simple, man. I'm telling you, you could do 3-4 racks of ribs on your charcoal grill, just indirect heat. That's how I started smoking ribs. I have one of those grills that's got 4 grates you pull out. I built the fire on one side. I don't put those grates on. I throw 2 racks on one side and then 2 racks. Huh?
How do you keep the fire going that long?
Don't open the fucking smoker a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't open the smoker,
this is where I got a coal chimney, and this is usually what I do. I build me a fire. I fucking, I build me a fire in the bottom of my coal chimney. I throw my coals in there. I light that shit on fire, let everything go, dump that in there, throw my meat in there, and then about 2 hours in, I'll go out and I'll just throw coals. I'll just throw regular old charcoal right on the coals, and it'll catch on its own.
Okay.
Some people like to build another fire. Like my cousin Brian will just keep building fires in his coal, like that big grill that you've seen that we use for the benefit. We just we got 2 coal chimneys. We just keep them fucking going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll pull the rack all the way out. We'll throw new coals in it. You know what I mean? Throw the wood in there. Boom, shut her up. You know what I mean?
You have to feed a big smoker like that. That my smoker that I use at home.
You won't need to do a bunch.
No, I put a coal chimney. I'll take a big 25-pound bag. It'll hold 25 pounds. So I'll put the entire bag, except for one coal chimney, into the box, and I pull it into the corner. I leave the corner open because that's where my blower is, and I'll heat up one coal chimney to where it's really flaming and hot, and then I just dump it in there, and it slowly feeds on to the rest of the coals. Mm-hmm. And I can, out of 25 pounds, I can go about 13 or 14 hours without touching it. So that's how, Tim. But listen, I'll give you some advice. Don't run out and buy $300 worth of ribs and meat and brisket and pork. Whatever your family wants to try. Ribs are always a real easy thing that everybody likes. Okay, and get a double rack of ribs. Go to BJ's or Sam's, whatever you have there.
And they usually sell Sam's Club. You can get 3 racks of ribs for like fucking $20 under $30.
Trim them up.
Trim them up. Pull the membrane off the back. Oh, you got the barbecue masters here.
Yeah. No, that'll be a fun day because I'll be hitting you guys. I'll be hitting you guys up like crazy.
Yeah, man, I do. And I'll most likely be smoking shit with you, and we can we can make it a ritual. I'm sure Mark will probably be smoking something on Memorial Day, huh?
Yeah, you're gonna smoke Monday on Memorial Day.
Oh yeah, I'm not working on Memorial Day. Fuck that, dude. It's Memorial Day, man. We gotta celebrate that shit. Yeah. So, I wake up early in the morning. I fucking roll me a left hand, and I fucking get down with the getting it down, cuz you know what I mean. I'll even document it. Why don't we document our smoker experience? Don't be a pussy, Tim. Let's document it.
Fuck yeah, first time.
We'll do here. Mark, consent. Are you going to smoke anything on Memorial Day, Mark?
Yeah, I'm going to do briskets and rib. I do.
See, you need to shoot us some more video on your phone and send it to me. And all 3 of us will do a collab video.
Do a one big video.
Yeah, we'll do one big Outlaw Window Cleaner Memorial Day smoke off.
Oh yeah,
we all know who's gonna win, Mark Tanner.
Well, I want to do it. No, y'all ain't even in the fucking same league. I'm gonna brag on this one. Shit, get that fucking pot roast out of here. No, but here's the thing.
See how good I listen.
That's fucking great.
Um,
We will eventually, at some point in time in the future here, we will get the Outlaw Window Cleaner rub up in the store. It's just expensive for Mark to do.
yeah, there's no
and-
money in it. I'll make and send you
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
And I
Well,
want to
I was
do
gonna
my
have to
next
pay
But
you.
video.
it'll be,
want
but
your-
it's
they
gonna
want
be,
your
it's gonna
rub,
be
buddy.
on.
That's
Well, what
Dude,
it's
I
gonna
make-
be,
look,
well, what it's
I
gonna
make my
be.
living
Listen,
washing windows. I don't need no money
Yeah.
from Rub.
Look,
If someone
well,
enjoys
we got
it, then
we
I
got-
want
you need
them
the
to
money.
have
Websites
You
it.
need
have
the
to
money
be
for the
paid for,
fucking
buddy.
ingredients, though. Fuck stick.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
There's
told
money-
you when you
there's
gave me
money
all that shit.
involved
We
in selling
yeah,
this
you were
shit.
like,
I
no, just
think y'all
give it
are talking
away,
over each
just
other.
give it away, just give it away, just give it
Listen.
away.
Listen, my next video, I'm going to do my rib video because I gave you a brisket video, and there is ribs in there, but I'm going to do a dedicated rib.
And Wednesday, Wednesday you will see the next chapter in Mark in the Brisket of Destiny. That's almost completely edited. I'll say this, the events that have occurred over the last few days have really fucking took the starch out of my britches when it comes to social media and YouTube. I'm just like, fuck this. Why am I doing this? You know what I mean?
Well, you've been doing it a lot harder than us over the last, year. But I mean, it's a lot of time on social media. You know what I mean?
I have
We know-
I have a fight to fucking win. I'm out here in the trenches. I'm out here fighting for Richie.
Right.
I gotta go hard in the fucking paint. I can't let it up. I couldn't stop. I had to go hard in the paint.
Right.
I
So
had
it's
to.
like, but I mean that everybody is. I mean, Facebook is too much.
That's
It just gets
it's
too much.
Too much. Yeah, it's too
So
much.
many different personalities you interact
It's
with
tough.
every day.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. But we want to try to give you guys as best product as we can. You know what I'm saying? If dudes want to be butthurt about things that have been said, that's fine too. You know what I mean? I don't want to. I don't want to be. I mean, yeah. Your guys' absence is noticed. We get it. You know what I mean? You're super butthurt. Whatever. But you can't say things like that and not expect people to defend themselves.
Right. I mean,
You know what I'm saying? You can. I mean, you think you're just gonna say like you're trying to hold us accountable to what? I'm not really sure, but
I didn't even know I did anything wrong.
Yeah. we weren't aware. But
I ain't figured out what you did wrong. Yeah.
yeah, we want to give you guys the best podcast we possibly can. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys want to, if we talk too much about window cleaning, people get upset. So that leaves the podcast open to suggestion. And when the podcast gets open
we
to suggestion,
did.
boys will be boys, and we'll start picking at each other.
We went everywhere tonight.
Yeah. So
I mean, we really did. We went window cleaning to religion to politics to rub to smoking to
Yeah.
water-fed pole again, and
Yeah.
we're everywhere.
So what are you gonna do what are you gonna smoke, Tim? You gonna just get some ribs and try some ribs out?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna get this smoker, see if it's comparable to what you do, see what you think. and then
I'll show
go
you.
from there.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, you can go
I
to
want to do some
fucking
chicken.
listen,
Definitely wanna do
you can go to and I trust me on the chicken, Mark doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, but I'll tell you how to smoke a chicken. Anyways, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, my chicken needs to be desired. That's why I'm making a new rub for chicken.
Yes.
My chicken's done well in competition, but it's not where I want.
I want to
it,
do
so-
whole chicken. I want to do like 6 whole
Yeah,
chickens.
that's the best way to do,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 whole chickens is
I want to
my-
make some. I want leftovers to make some chicken sandwich, fried chicken
Oh,
sandwiches and shit.
Listen, anyways, let me finish, Tim. If you go
Sorry.
to like Home Depot or Lowe's, you can find yourself a 2-rack fucking smoker for less than $80, dude.
Yeah.
Like super cheap, and all you're gonna have to do is take that bottom fucking pan out of it and drill some extra fucking air holes in it, because the ones around the rim are not gonna work. I'll even show you which one to buy. And
Okay.
it's super cheap, and it's a good start out smoker. You're not fully invested. You probably
Right.
with the chickens, you go out. The one that I use, the one I started out with only hold 4 chickens, 4 big
Okay.
chickens in it. But
Right.
all in all, the smoker, the charcoal, the fucking chickens, you'll be in it to like $100, dude. No bullshit.
Right.
Our body. You know what I mean? You go out, get yourself some fucking little chunks of wood, not the logs, the chunks, and go to town, man. It's super easy, dude. Super easy, man. But,
Dude,
Sorry,
I'll just tell you this, Tim.
Just,
Once you do it and it comes out good, and it's going to take you a while, no matter what advice you get from me or TJ,
right.
you're gonna, and everybody was looking for something a little different. But once you get it to where you're like, man, that was good, you're gonna get hooked. Yeah. And you'll, just like TJ said, you put everything in the smoker.
Yeah, you'll be smoking all kinds of shit. You're like, man, can I smoke Twinkies?
yeah, exactly.
Leah and I got together. We've been together 16 years or something like that. She couldn't cook. She sucked. She couldn't boil water. I mean, she's just a horrible cook. She could only make homemade pizza. But I mean, we just kind of got into this thing to where, we just started learning she learned how to cook new things and stuff like that. So, I mean, we love to cook together.
Well,
and I think that's just the next step.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, any guidance I can give you, just let me know, man. What I do with my chickens, I'll tell you now, is I apply the rub underneath the skin. I pull the skin off of the fucking chicken, and I put the rub and butter underneath. I put rub in there, and then take some butter, some softened butter, and rub that on the inside of that bitch, and then I throw the rub on the outside too, and it's better than Mark's. I'm just kidding, man.
Yeah.
There are breasted. You can't. I know a lot of guys, and I do it occasionally too. Like if I want to do like a jerk flavored style, or something like that, I'll inject some jerk flavoring into the breasts. You know what I mean, and smoke them, and it kind of particulates through the meat. You can do that too. You know what I mean?
Let me just speak a little scientific here.
Shove a half a can of Bud Light up the ass, dude.
Okay, you inject a brisket because brisket is naturally a bland meat, so you want to inject flavor into it. Chicken has its own flavor profile that you don't want to alter too much, and it's very easy to overpower chicken to where you're not tasting the chicken. The smoke is going to get in that chicken and give you such great flavor. You don't want to overdo chicken.
Right.
Less is more on a chicken.
Right.
That's normally, like I said, that's why I always rub underneath. It's usually just rub.
Right.
You can add flavoring to it, but it's so you reach a point where you reach the what is it? The law of diminishing returns. You can overdo a chicken. Like sometimes I like to do like 1 or 2 chickens in my my regular old grill. I fucking drink 2 half cans of Bud Light, shove the fucking can in the chicken's ass, stand it up in the grill. Chicken. Yep, and then fucking put a bacon cape on it and let the bacon fat run down oh boy, that shit is good, boy. And sometimes I just like to throw some rub on it, slap it in the smoker, and that's just as good too. Yeah. There's plenty of different ways to do it.
You're gonna have to do it a few times to figure out. First of all, you get that smoker seasoned up pretty good, and then you'll start to produce. Your first. Go ahead.
No,
when I started this, I had a customer of mine at Pressure Cleaner Patio, and she had this old Brinkman smoker sitting in the corner. It looked brand new, but I knew it was older. And I moved it in order to pressure clean underneath it. And she goes, you know what, don't even put that thing back. I bought that for my husband 5 years ago. He used it one time, and he doesn't know what he's doing. And she's like, I'm going to throw that out. And I'm like, well, if you don't mind, I'd like to take it. I go, I'll use it. And she goes, yeah, get it out of here. So I take this thing home. I had no idea what I was doing. None. And it took me a while to where I over smoked everything, because I was thinking, you see these roadside smokers, they're billowing smoke out. And that's a huge mistake. I mean, it was inedible. Well, I started to learn different recipes and figure things out. And then I would call my buddies up. I'm like, hey, come over. I'm doing ribs. I want you to try them. And I would do 5-6 racks of ribs with different seasonings. That's how I came up with that rub. And everybody nailed that one. This is the one right here. And then I built my first bread box smoker, which is in the video. That thing's like 10 years old now. I went to my first competition, was local here, and I thought it was a joke. I'm like, there's no way. I mean, there's 50 guys here that have been cooking for 20 years, and they've got $15,000 rigs. And I took first place. That's when I knew I was onto something. You know what I'm saying? So it takes time. You're going to throw away some food, Tim.
That's fine, but guys. It's always bragging. It's so gross.
And then
I
After I
take
paid
fish
off the
flesh.
I'll go into the trophy store and bring you a trophy, guys.
Hey, I will say this: Mark has helped me with my brisket, and my brisket has come a long way since Mark's helped me, and it's next fucking level. My
I think I'm gonna
brisket.
start with chicken and move my way up. How's that? Let's do that.
I think ribs are the easiest option for you, but chicken definitely is the next easiest, man. Chickens will go. The only thing you got to make sure your water pan stays fucking. Keep water in your water pan. You know what I mean? So the fucking smoker, because chickens in a small cabinet smoker will catch fucking fire quicker than fuck if you ain't on top of that water pan.
There's a lot of fat under the skin.
A lot of fat in chickens, and fat equals grease, and grease equals grease fire, which I have learned the hard way. But all you gotta do is make sure that you keep your water pan full, Tim. You know, it's not something you're gonna be able to walk away from. When you smoke you're smoking any kind of meat, you're dedicated. That is what you're doing that day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's what you're doing that day.
Yeah,
I'm barbecuing.
You know, when I start my smoker, I say it pretty much to myself all the time. All my buddies come over to camp. They're like, "You're not riding today?" I'm smoking. You guys are coming over for dinner, remember? Oh, yeah. And I sit there and light that smoker up and sit there and go, man, I wish I was a drunk because I could go through a lot of beer watching this.
Oh, I'm definitely going to go through a lot of
Dude,
beer.
Tim, you might have a problem.
Right.
You might have a problem with that, Tim.
we might have created a fucking monster. There's a good chance we may have committed
Well, I have to throw a party because I in order for me to get motivated to go get my garage ready for summer, because that's where the karaoke machine's at, and that's where everything we do is out there. So I got to get motivated to do that. So.
Good Lord. My backyard is a total nightmare. It's been flooded for 2 or 3 months.
That sucks. I just reseeded last week, and so it takes a couple weeks to get it back together. I still have to go chop some wood out there from pine tree that fell out this past winter. So I got most of it chopped up.
Cool.
TJ, I'll bet Riley's asking about chili. I'll bet you have a really good chili recipe, don't you?
Oh yeah, my chili recipe can't be fucked with.
Now we got chili.
I don't have it.
What do you put in your chili, Tim? Like what are like do you have a bunch of vegetables and shit in your chili?
I got corn in it as far as vegetables.
That's not chili.
Yeah.
Beans.
That's not chili con carne.
Yeah, that's chili con carne.
Yeah, I always put a can of chili just to be healthy.
You know, if you like
the most you should have in a fucking in a is fully rendered down fucking onions and beans. If it really all chili should be is meat any fucking way, because that's what chili is.
But I use all
chili
kinds of
cannot
meat.
fuck with my chili, Tim. So we're just gonna stop right there. I win automatically because you have corn in your chili. That's fucking stew, bro. That's not chili.
Jalapenos in there too, man.
No, I just could tell.
different.
I could tell TJ has a good chili recipe, and he's gonna fess that shit up.
What I'm known for is my hot dog sauce. My hot dog chili.
That too. I know.
When I make
That's how I eat chili.
My hot dogs.
I don't eat.
Yeah, but
chili.
I don't put. It's just straight meat. But when I do my hot dog chili, I have to do extra. I got to do extra for my father-in-law. I've got a buddy that asked for some. My mom has to have some.
Or what?
Say that one more time, Tim.
You got Cincinnati style or what? Is it a sweet chili or is it a spicy chili?
No, it's spicy. I don't do sweet chili. I don't do that spaghetti sauce shit. I don't. It's not. It's chili, but yeah. Biscuits and gravy and chili. That's my shit. So.
That biscuits and gravy is badass.
Nobody.
I used
Mark's
to have a
the only
buddy
person outside of my family that knows that recipe. I haven't told
anyone.
but
I can't make biscuits and gravy, so you win that hands down.
Yeah, dude. If I'm on my deathbed, TJ's bringing me that. Oh my god. I used to. I had a buddy that our local Harley Davidson has a benefit every year, and they have a chili cook-off. And chili cook-offs are really there's as many as barbecue, if not more.
Yeah.
Okay, so he goes, hey man, I have I one time built a flat top grill. He's like, can you bring that grill out and lend it to me so I can do this chili cook-off? And I'm like, well, can I help you? I wanted to learn, and so went out there and we're cooking against like 30 teams, and our chili sucked. It was his recipe. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't care for it. Yeah. The guy next door, I became friendly with him, was a firefighter, and a bunch of firemen were making chili, and he won. So I walk over to him like, hey man, you got to hook me up here. And he gave me a styrofoam cup of his chili, and I don't think I've ever had better chili. It was amazing. I'm like, dude, I need to come. Can I help you next year?
My
'Cause our
chili,
shit sucks.
my chili is directly derived from my grandma's.
Then it's got to be good. Yeah.
Yep.
Grandma's,
Yeah.
I still,
lose.
yeah.
There's no beating that. That's
and gravy,
generational.
my
Yeah.
biscuits and gravy recipe and my chili recipe, that's grandma.
Right.
My
Yeah,
meatloaf
that's awesome.
recipe is roughly my grandma. My grandma used to have the baddest oatmeal in the entire, or the baddest meatloaf in the entire world, and she used to put oatmeal in it, and I don't know how much, and I fuck it up all the time.
Really?
Never
never
made a
get it right.
meatloaf.
My grandma,
Never made her meatloaf.
my grandma used to, when she made meatloaf, she would make the meatloaf and then she would fry it in her cast iron skillet. She would brown it in her
Nice.
cast iron
Yeah.
skillet,
Yeah.
then bake it, and then take a can of tomato sauce and then fucking make the gravy in the cast iron skillet and pour that over top of it while it was baking. And there
Yep.
is nothing, if Jennifer and my kids are watching, or my mom, anybody, I'm telling you, there is nothing like that woman's fucking meatloaf.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
none of us know how to make it. Not one
Yeah.
of us know how to fucking make it. No, that's the one thing she was just not tight-lipped about.
Let me ask you something, T.
Go
Was
ahead.
it always the same? Because my grandmother
It was
a
the
great
same
cook too.
every.
See,
It was
my-
the same every time.
Because a lot of people from that era used whatever they had laying around
Yes.
in the
Right.
That's
to
why
make stuff.
she used oatmeal instead of breadcrumbs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There was something. There was things that she did that you will not find in a recipe book anywhere, and you just
Yeah.
can't
Right.
get it like she did it. You know what I mean? You just
Yeah.
can't. You know.
Yeah.
I've tried numerous times and I always fuck it up. So
Yeah.
I just started making my own, and my kids will take they like my meatloaf recipe. Mine's a little kind of like a tangy meatloaf. It's got
Yeah.
like a chili sauce on top of it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah. Leah hates meatloaf, so we don't do meatloaf.
oh man, there ain't nothing
Yeah.
better in the world than a
I know.
meatloaf sandwich, my dude.
I know.
And the
I
next
order
day,
it
a
out all
meatloaf
the
on
time.
that square Wonder Bread. You gonna put that on Wonder Bread?
Oh yeah.
Get your mama the big
Sandwich.
black frying pan. Yeah.
I
But,
just started, I
Don,
just started
or-
cooking cast iron 2 years ago.
Get your mama the big black frying pan and
Yeah.
a green pepper. And an egg. What you need an egg for? You make an egg McMuffin. You know what goddamn egg McMuffin is? You get that big old green pepper welfare burger at.
You're so stupid, man.
Fucking Eddie
This
Murphy,
has
man.
been Outlaw Window Cleaner Radio. We will see you Wednesday. We're more than likely going to skip an episode. There's going to be a skip episode here because we want to do the 100th on that weekend for a reason, and plus give people time. So we might skip an episode. I think this is
Well, not only
96,
that,
right?
we're not-
We got 4. Well, there's
Well, you go.
Mark's gone. But
Mid-sentence.
anyways, we'll skip. I think we're gonna end up skipping an episode here eventually. Mark was gonna say something. He's back, so
Yeah, I'm
we'll
back.
find out what exactly it is Mark was gonna say.
Right, I'm
before
pushing
he
buttons.
hung up.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
He's like, I'm out of here.
No. What I'm saying is, you
Go
might
ahead, Mark.
think we're slackers. We have a lot of work to pull
There's
this.
a lot of
price
work to do
way
this
off.
properly. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we're giving away a Simtrad pole. We're giving away a Micro 3K pole. We're getting rid of 2 gross of 24-inch round top or whatever your choice of rubber. I just don't want guys ordering fucking 48-inch or 48-inch fucking strips of rubber gross from Casper. I'm not going to allow that to happen.
Yeah.
So
No, up to 24.
up to
and
24
it's one
inches.
prize.
one prize
you-
per person.
yeah.
If you win a prize, don't be calling, and we're giving away a Squeegee Life branded Aztec fucking screen washer, courtesy of Aztec Innovations and WindowCleaner.com. We're getting rid of some Squeegee Life t-shirts. We're getting rid of some Outlaw Window Cleaner t-shirts, sticker packages, fucking 2 huge convention tickets. Shit, what else are we getting rid of? Shit, I don't know. Duty pants. We're getting rid of duty pants right there. Somebody's gonna win duty pants, barbecue rub. But guys, just like I said, download the Skype app if you want to participate in this giveaway. You're gonna have to be a certain caller. You're gonna have to call us on Skype, Outlaw T Squeegee, and you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. What does that mean?
Craig says I'll be answering as many questions as possible.
Yeah,
that's
well,
like
I've
every
offered
time
to send him-
somebody gives something away on Facebook, I always
Right.
say thanks, I won, even though I didn't even enter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Craig, I'll be asking the questions, so you better be ready, my friend.
Right. Well, Craig is from down under.
Oh
New
yeah.
Zealand
Oh,
or some
that's
shit like that.
Yeah.
And I've already told him, I've offered numerous times, if just send me your address and I will send you a nice little package so you feel like you're part, because he's answered some questions properly and I just ain't shipping a gunslinger or a fucking water-fed pole to Australia.
Yeah, last time I went to England.
Yeah, it went
all
to
around,
fucking, it went all around the
toured the
world
globe.
twice and it cost me like fucking $200. But I'll send
Yeah.
you a letter with some dope-ass stickers and maybe a t-shirt though. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is, not be a douche and send me your shit. But anyways, we'll see you guys Wednesday. We'll show you you'll get to see the next part of Mark Tanner's brisket video. There may or may not be repercussions of that on the 100th episode. Who knows? So you might want to stay tuned.
Yep.
But yeah, dude, we'll see you guys next week and thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Peace.
Free Richie Blue, Perry Tate, you fucking bitch.